Okay, so I'll just officially start our brief now. Welcome to a fresh new DRS batch for Materia. And in case you didn't already know, this is Shark speaking. So I'll be your main shot caller plus raid lead for the majority of our raids for this DRS session. Okay, we are expecting to run these weekly, 3 hours per session. So it's every Friday, 7 to 10 p.m. plus 11 GMT. Okay, I'm in a +8 time zone. Okay, but for most of you in the 11 GMT time zone, it's from 7 to 10 p.m. on Fridays, every week for 3 weeks at least. And on average, we are expecting to clear by the third or fourth week. Okay, again, no promises. I cannot promise something like, oh, we'll definitely clear, but we are aiming to clear within about 3 to 4 weeks. If we are really good, 2 weeks is possible, but that's unlikely. That's like a miracle clear where people know what they're doing and there's a lot of veterans.
Or you're carried.
Yeah. You essentially you're carried through the raid. But this batch, good and bad news is that we are a majority fresh. So I think Fruit try to stuff in as many fresh new players in our alliance. So yeah, the good thing is that there's a lot of people interested. So it's very nice to see that there are players interested in doing this content. DRS, a lot of fresh new faces. Obviously the cons is that you're all going to have to proc through it together, which may not actually be a bad thing because it means that you're going to experience actually going through the raid itself instead of like getting carried through the raid and not really sure what's happening. You just died on the first few mechanics and then after that the boss is dead and okay, good, someone res you and then you carry on. So you're going to get the full experience. Likewise, it does mean that if we cannot proc fast or if the proc pace is slow, it's on you guys to sort of improve as well. Okay, we will obviously help you guys along the way, try to give you tips and advice on how to perform better. Okay, but it's mainly going to be on you guys to carry the raid through with a bit of assistance from myself doing short calls and some of the other staff who will help to give advice on things like holster, okay, loadouts, how to resolve certain mechanics, etc. Okay, now for today's and for all of our sessions, hopefully you guys have actually reviewed the guides. We are actually using a very specific set of guides that I've actually posted or Tomato has posted in our Discord. Okay, but just to let you know, if you have read guides from elsewhere, it's generally fine too, as long as you know how the mechanics what the mechanics are and how to resolve them, is perfectly okay. Do note that I will explain how I will call out the mechanics prior to every fight. So even if there's, if you've reviewed the mechanics from a different source and the strats are slightly different, I will explain how the short calls are going to be, and you should be able to piece together how the mechanics are run and how I will short call, and that will sort of allow you to resolve the mechanics with my specific short calls. Generally, there's not much difference. Okay, generally the fights, there's not too much deviation from how to resolve them. So there's no like alternate strategies where it's totally different, except maybe for like boss 4 super chess, we use a very specific strategy. Okay, but other than that, most of the fights, you can either try to resolve them by yourself if you wish to, but for most fresh players, you will be relying quite a bit on my short calls as well. Okay, and try your best to learn the mechanics as you progress through the raid itself. Now, a couple of things to mention. For our runs, we are going to try to put in as much proc time as possible. So 3 hour session, we try to start at 7 and we will end no later than 10 unless otherwise stated. Okay, sometimes, occasionally, we will go beyond 10 p.m. So maybe like we are at the last boss, for example, and we have only 10 minutes left. So obviously, we are going to go beyond or overtime. I will mention it that, okay, we are going to go over time, we might need another 10 to 15 minutes beyond time. If you cannot stay beyond that time, you let us know and we will say, okay, thank you for letting us know, you can drop off earlier. Okay, you can leave earlier. But if everyone's amicable to it, you can stay later. We usually will may go slightly beyond 10 p.m. Okay, but it will never be like half an hour or an hour beyond. It will just usually be like 10 to 15 minutes beyond time. As we are reaching the end time, we'll be able to gauge whether we will need extra time or not. Okay, the other thing to mention is that for all of our runs, we will always try to maximize the 3-hour proc time. So as I mentioned earlier on, there will be designated bio breaks, washroom breaks in our rates itself. Usually these are pre-pool or during re-instancing, as well as once we progress beyond boss 2, before boss 3, there's a designated bio break there. Okay, usually there'll be some preparation being done during that point of time. It also doubles up as a bathroom break, washroom break, tea, coffee break, rehydrate yourself, things like this. Okay, so do try to minimize downtime. Okay, but if an emergency occurs or you really need to go to the bathroom, just let us know quickly. Say, sorry, I need to BRB real quick, do a quick one. We will try to wait for you. Okay, now other than that, preparation for the raid itself. If you've read the guides, it's all in listed in the guides, but I will briefly mention this. Now for DRS, the only thing that you can really prepare is your lost actions, which is number 1. Okay, the most important is your lost actions. You need to bring sufficient lost actions. Now looking at the roster, everyone should realize that you have been assigned certain actions. These are mandatory. You cannot not bring these, because if you don't have these, then we'll have to adjust. Someone will have to adjust for you. So if you've been assigned an action, you must have these actions. Now there'll be certain actions that doesn't really seem to make sense, but for example, certain classes like casters, you have Cure 4. Okay, range DPS, you have Dervish. Okay, Lost Dervish, 1 per party. Is very specific, because why? Dervish is a buff to your entire party and it overrides each other, so it doesn't help to have multiple players bringing the same action. Same thing for Cure 4. Cure 4 actually has a hidden interaction which gives a damage up buff to everyone in your party every 60 seconds. So 1 caster in every party is assigned Cure 4. Okay, I will cover the hidden interactions with the pure essences slightly later on, okay, as I go through this briefing. Now, so lost actions are priority. Also note that your pure essences is mandatory for DRS. Now, if you have gone through Bosja, Zetnor, you have seen some of the lost actions available, you would have noticed that there are essences. Okay, most essences and deep essences you can use in Bosja, use in Zetnor, but there's this special class of pure essences, which are green in color, which can only be used in Delubrum Reginae. Now, this can be used in both DRN, which is the Delubrum Reginae normal, as well as DRS, okay, which is what we're doing here. These pure essences are mandatory because if you notice what they actually do, they give a massive stat boost. Okay, essentially they give a very, very, very large stat boost, and they can only be used in DRS or DRN. Putting 1 and 1 together, you can sort of guess that they are actually meant for DRS. Okay, only in DRS will you need these massive stat boosts. In DRN, if you use them, you just speed run through DRN, crushing everything. But in DRS, they are mandatory because they help to keep you alive. Okay, just to let you know, if you don't have a pure essence in DRS, you are not a tank. You don't have any of the valors, okay, the fortitude valors, which gives you extra HP, and no one shields you or covers you or does anything. If the boss does an AoE, a red white, you just die. You just instantly die. Hence, the essences are mandatory. No, if you don't have any defensive essence or anything like that, the red white goes out, you just die. So this is why pure essences are actually mandatory. Okay, plus they give like massive damage up buffs as well. It will help to push our DPS lah. Okay, so do note pure essences are mandatory for DRS. 1 per pool. So what happens is that when we zone in, we will usually have access to the cache inside DRS. Now at the start, what will usually happen for most runs is that you will pop your actions. So use your pure essence, use your re-razor, put your actions that you want to carry with you in your action slots. There are 2 slots there, and then you fill your cache with whatever else you want to carry, you know, spare actions, more re-raisers, things like this lah. Your cache, your holster has a capacity of 99 spaces, so usually you want to try to maximize that space. Once we start on the run itself, you cannot come back to the cache. So whatever you have with you in your holster is what you will have for the entire DRS run. Hence, it's important to prepare your holster accordingly. Okay, we actually have guides on what to bring. But having said this, do understand that for our fresh, new look, we are not going to be using pure essences at the start. Okay, why? Because the initial phase of DRS is slimes and golems, which is a trash fight. It's more of a puzzle thingy where you need to do certain mechanics and resolve them properly for us to clear this trash phase. But if anyone messes it up, okay, anyone fails it, we all wipe. Okay, we all will just die. You know, we'll be forced to re-instance essentially, and that means that we'll be wasting pure essences if we use them at the start. So for our fresh run, first look, we will not be popping pures at the cache until we see boss 1. So until we clear the slimes golem phase, then we will start popping pures for the boss fights itself. Okay, again, for the boss fight, you need to have pure essences. If not, you're just going to outright die from the red whites. Hence, for our fresh look, don't pop pures, but keep them in your holster and use them when we get to boss 1. Okay, I will usually mention it. Okay, we are at boss 1, everyone, this is where you pop your pure essences, so you can pop pures at boss 1. Okay, I will mention it as well. Okay, but just carry it with you. You don't have to use any essences for our initial first look. Okay, now other than lost actions, pure essences, food works. If you have the boss gen earring, the earring gives you it's the only piece of gear that helps. Okay, just to let you guys know, in DRS, and in fact in boss gen and Zetnor, gear stats doesn't matter at all. You can be using level 1 gear and it doesn't actually have any difference in stats. You can use any gear, but make sure it's not empty. Okay, if you don't have a gear in a slot, it will minus away your stats. So just make sure you are fully geared with anything. If you have any augmented boss gen runners gear, which gives the plus haste, that's the only gear that makes a difference. So the earrings gives haste, any augmented boss gen runners gear gives haste. There's actually an upgraded augmented Law's Order gear, but that cannot be acquired until you have actually done DRS. So for fresh players, you will not have that. Okay, so just make sure you have some gear. If you have the earrings, you can use it. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Okay, bring some food, bring some potions. Okay, and that's all you can prepare for the run itself. Now, last few things to mention here. For essences, there are a couple of hidden interactions. Okay, and one thing to mention in DRS, okay, for those of you who have done BA before, you will know that it's the same thing here. Death in DRS is permanent. If you die, other players or healers cannot res you normally. So the way to res yourself is to have resistance re-raisers, which will proc or be consumed every time you die. Now it states 70% chance to res you. So if you die, it will be consumed. If it works, you'll get up. If it doesn't work, you'll just stay on the floor. If you do get up, you will need to use a new re-raiser. Okay, even if it doesn't work, you will still need to use a new re-raiser if you get res later on. So bring enough re-raisers lah. Okay, try to bring. The advice is to fill your holster with whatever actions you need, and if you have any space left over, fill the rest with resistance re-raisers. You will need a lot. You're gonna die quite a lot if it's a fresh look. Okay, so just bring more. It allows you to stay up during the fight, as well as, you know, the more time you are up, the more practice you get into the fight itself. Now, if it fails and you stay dead, there's only three other ways to res you. Number one is healer LB3. Now, this obviously only happens near the end of every fight, and only if your healers are alive and you have LB3. So we try not to rely on it too much, but for most fights, we will be able to access healer LB3 near the end of the fight. Okay, usually shot caller myself will say, okay, if you have healer LB3, now's a good time to use it before the boss dies. Okay, once the boss dies, the LB will drop back down to 2, so you need to use it before the boss actually dies to just get everyone up. The other method is, okay, now the main primary method for players to get rezzed is for healer arise. Now healer arise is loss arise. Okay, it's a loss action, and only healers can use it to res dead players. Now do note that anyone can use loss arise, but it doesn't work in DRS unless you have the pure essence of the divine, which is the healer's pure essence. So make sure that only healers use loss arise to res dead players. Okay, do note that it's a percentage chance. It's not 100%. So one loss arise use or charge action, sorry, has 5 charges. I think it's like 20% for it to work. So healers will be spamming loss arise to try to res dead players. Now do note for healers, I know it seems a bit strange, but your main job is to carry loss arise, because only you can res dead players, and only you can carry arises in. So most healers, what you'll be doing is to try to pack arises to res dead players if you can. Okay, obviously if you die, then your healer partner will try to res you, and you always try to prioritize resing the other healer first, so that both at least one healer is alive to keep the rest of the party up. We do expect healers to run out of arise after a while, so do note that if we reach a point where there are no more arises and there are a lot of dead players, we'll have to call the run and rezone in. Okay, but hopefully this doesn't happen too much. So healer arise is the other way to res dead players. Now the third and final method is actually loss sacrifice. Now loss sacrifice is a very heavy action, so it's not very reliable because you can't bring too many of them, and it's 100% guaranteed to res someone, but you will kill the caster. Now for tanks will carry loss sacrifice. Tanks may carry, okay, you don't have to if you don't want to, but tanks may carry loss sacrifice, and when tanks use loss sacrifice, there's a hidden interaction with the pure essence of the Indomitable, which will make it so that they don't die. It's not guaranteed, by the way, it's not 100%, but there's a chance that when tanks use sacrifice, the tank doesn't die. If anyone else use sacrifice, they guaranteed will die. It's 100% doom on the caster, 100% res on the dead player, but tanks has a chance to survive it. Okay, but again, it's generally very heavy. It's 19 weight, 19 out of 99 maximum, so you can really only bring 5, and if you do that, then you're not bringing anything else. So we don't rely on loss sacrifice at all. Okay, in a pinch, for certain tanks, if you wish to bring 1, it might be possible to carry 1, so that if both your healers are dead and you have LB3 and the boss is dying, you can quickly crack sacrifice, toss it onto a healer ASAP, and the healer gets up and press their LB to pick up everyone else before the LB goes away. Okay, it is one of the few niche users of sacrifice, but otherwise, generally, we shouldn't be using it very much. Okay, so that's pretty much it for what you need to prepare for the raid itself. Now, okay, we're still waiting for 3 more players, so sorry for the delays. Okay, and thanks very much for our organizers for trying to scramble around and try to pick up feelers and things like this. Okay, if you still have any questions, feel free to ask them in the Alliance chat. Okay, once again, I may be a bit occupied doing explanations and things like this. So the other orcs will help me to answer some of your questions as well. Now, with regards to what's going to happen once we zone in later on, okay, do note that at the initial starting phase of DRS, there's slimes and golems. We are going to split into 2 main alliances. So those of you who are on the slimes side, you are going to be on so teams A, B, and C, you are on the slime side. I will be with you guys and I will brief you guys on what to expect for slimes. Teams D, E, and F, you guys are on the golems side. So Tomato is actually our assigned raid lead for the Golem side. So thanks, Tomato. I think there's
What?
yeah. I mean, technically speaking, you are the staff on the Golem side.
Can I shock Ballista?
I mean, okay, but if Typhon's there, Ballista is there.
No, Typhon's doing it.
They will know. They will
know
know what to do. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Do we still need melee?
Yeah.
We still need melee, yes? Yes.
I
We
think
still
so, yeah.
need melee, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Please join
And that
team.
that is
team
in
E?
theory it. If all of our fills
No,
come.
we are missing a flare star. Oh no, it's team F.
Inari says they're willing to do it.
Inari, okay, but like there are some, which means we have to ask the ranged to do cure 2. And the ranged is already dancing. I would.
I think it's fine because the first few runs are gonna be a bit awkward anyway.
It's gonna be a bit scuffed in any case, so don't worry about it too much. Okay. Yeah, okay, so for those who...
We're missing a tank who is right in front of me and
So that's the awkward one. It's like Iron's right there.
I don't know what
but hasn't been able to join.
Yeah, they're apparently having problems joining Discord.
Okay.
I saw them in
someone. Oh no, they're in VC?
They're in Discord.
They're in Discord now. Okay, cool.
Yep. It's because they're on PlayStation.
Ian, can you please join team? It should be Team D.
Team
Let me
D.
just check. Why is Team D full?
Right now, Team D is full.
Yeah, okay.
Typhon, can you move? It's because we have too many subs. What? Oh no, it's Ballista. Ballista, can you? It's either it's because you guys. Okay, so what happened is we got a sub for the caster who then joined the party.
I see.
I see.
This is what happens when I say please don't be late, because then it makes it really awkward. Ballista, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Someone in Team E, according
Ballista,
to this thing,
yes,
is in Team D at the moment instead of E.
Let me see. Can you say that again?
Is someone in?
Someone in Team D is in Team E.
Someone who should be in E is currently sitting in Alliance D.
Let me have a look at that.
Is it Esther? Yeah, it's Esther.
Oh, it is Esther. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. All right,
yes.
Is Esther in the voice chat right now?
And then you could get Ballista back and then fix it.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ballista. I'm very confused right now. Really, I can't read.
We are
Esther's
okay.
not in VC.
Yeah, type it into thing.
Actually,
and also,
this might be. Can I just ask Ballista to join the empty slot? That's gonna be faster. It's gonna be faster.
Work.
Yeah, they're both
it's
Cure
gonna be
4
faster because
spots.
Typhon's on range.
Ballista as Cure 4 caster.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the difficulty is that Fruit and I are both not in the Alliance at the moment, so we can't
Yep.
see people coming in and out, or who's sitting in what Alliance.
Thanks, Tomato.
And maybe Shark, you might want to see if Esther can join the chat as well.
Alright, that's true.
Yep. Is that everyone? Yes. Okay. We did we have a melee join Team D? Team F. Sorry.
Should be. Oh.
Yeah, it was Ratara.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
While we're here, can you guys change your names? Your Discord
Yeah,
names?
on your Discord.
It's really hard to identify you guys when you're just called random.
That was easily like 3 minutes of my wait, who's what now?
Yeah.
Look, there are a couple of really funny Discord names in here which turn out to actually be character names. I'm sorry about that.
Which I
got
appreciate.
confused, but there's actually people here who have just used their Discord ID. And I'm just like, I have no idea who this is, but apparently they're late.
Oh, I may have.
Esther, you
I
are
may have told
supposed to
Esther
be in
join
E,
the
but
wrong
stay
one,
in D for now.
Yeah,
hold
it's
on.
fine.
Are they in voice chat? I'm saying.
Yes, they are now. They are.
Yeah. You were supposed to be in a different party, but we have sorted it now. You can stay in the one you are currently in. Why are we missing? Oh, we're still missing.
Guys,
Iron.
sorry.
Iron. Yeah.
This is why.
Iron asked for the password,
What?
by the way.
The
Yeah.
password is the password is 0311. I did not see that. I am sorry.
Okay,
But in theory, that's everyone.
nice. I'm just gonna pop off a ready check at this
Okay.
point of time.
Actually, and
Inari has asked in party chat what they take. You need
Oh,
to be a
Flare
Flare Star
Um,
caster.
give me a moment.
The
I don't actually
one
know
of the
that.
one of the roles is locked to summoner.
One of the roles is locked to summoner. Fabulous. Give me an. We're not ready because there's an empty slot.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's because. Yeah. I
It's
know.
because someone joined the summoner and then left.
Yeah. Free slot. Okay, there we go. That should
Try
work.
again, Iron.
We're not ready because you did a ready check with 47 people.
I mean, technically ready. Once Iron's ready, we can go. We can go get going.
Alright.
Okay,
Sorry
one
about
one
that.
last ready check. One last ready check, and then make sure everyone's.
Hold
here.
on.
Yeah.
Ratara, are you out of essences? Because I don't have any on me. Those are the ones I don't have. I don't blame me.
Are they in?
No, it's
voice
it's literally the only class I don't have.
Which essence? But I don't have that many either.
Duelist.
Duelist.
I probably won't have those.
Oh, he's not in voice chat.
They are. Yeah, they may not be in voice chat.
They can. Everyone who is in the alliance kindly join.
Look, I'm assuming. I'm just no, no disrespect. I'm just assuming everyone's gonna die on slimes and golems.
I mean, we're gonna wipe a couple of times.
That
Probably.
always happens.
Yeah.
Like
it's
not even kidding, it always happens.
it's unlikely we'll kill
Yeah,
on the
so-
very
You have
first
to learn
try.
how to do it first,
So,
and the only way
they
you can do
they
it
won't
is
need the
to
they
have
probably
one.
won't need the duelist on the first one anyway. We can do it in a short break between rezoning or
Alright,
whatever.
Ratara's now going.
Going to buy
Yeah,
the
yeah,
essence.
okay.
Yeah.
alright,
That's fair. That's fair.
actually,
It's
while
not
he's
too.
gone, give me a sec. I will pull up.
Hmm.
There is
Horror.
none on
Thanks,
Sephiroth.
Horror.
There are no duelists on Sephiroth.
I mean, as
Probably
long as you have
because Someone's
clusters.
gone and bought them all.
As long as you have clusters, you can just buy your
What
own from
is-
the quartermaster. You just have to drop from lines too.
Inari NVC, yes. Inari, this is, where's the guide? Very quick preparation. There's Black Mage Lister. There is, I'm gonna link in party chat. This is a suitable holster you can probably use. You will need to use Elder and Re-Razor on zoning in, and then, well, actually no you don't, because we might just die, it's fine. But you need to have one on you, you need to have an essence on you, and then you need to be using... This is the wrong holster. You need to have Flare Star, basically. What is this? Sorry, I've never actually looked at the Flare Star sheet, because I've never done Flare Star.
Either.
And I just realised I can't spell. Never mind.
It's alright, I also can't spell.
It's fine, I can't read.
I was gonna say that
Alright,
matches
great.
very well
Well,
with my
So
can't
you should
read.
have two holsters.
We're a
One will
fantastic
have like
bunch.
your essence and your re-razor in it, and your flare star. So when you zone in, you'll use all of those things. Then you go to your cache and you switch to your next holster, and that holster is the one I just linked to you, which apparently has a Lost Font of Magic, a bunch of re-razors, and a bunch of ether kits. I don't know why you need ether kits because you're a black mage.
Mhm.
And ether kits don't work on black mage, so don't bring those. Just
No.
bring more re-razors or something.
You could
If
bring
you're
ether
like
kits if
me
you want
and
to run
hate
summon.
casting, bring chain spell instead.
So we're just waiting for Ratata to buy some
Yes.
essences, and then we'll just get going. Do you know where the NPC is to zone us in?
I did this last time too. I got fucking
Yep.
lost.
You got it. You're on the right
Yeah,
track
last time on Elemental, I went to the Dramaturge and I unlocked some EX. Really weird. I was really mad because I wanted to keep the blue quest there forever.
Okay, while we are waiting, right, I may as well just get started on some explanations for slimes and golems as well. Okay, so again, apologies for the slight delays. Okay, the first session tends to be this hectic. It's 15 minutes past the start time, but we'll once Ratata is back, we'll try to zone in. Now, once we zone in, there's gonna be cutscenes, so you can just watch the cutscene, but it's the same one from DRN. And my advice at the start is to not step on the shiny glowy pad at the start, because once you step on those glowy pads, it will propel you to the slimes and or golems sides, and you cannot come back. So always spend a bit of time to prep or prepare and ensure that you know which side you're going off on before you step on the shiny glowy pad. Now, teams A, B, and C, you're on slime side, you're on the west side, the left side. Teams D, E, and F, you're on the golems side, the right side, east side. Do check your team's allocations as well as which rooms you'll be handling. Okay, all of this is listed on the spreadsheet. So while we're waiting right now, just go and tab over to the spreadsheet. Make sure you know which room you're supposed to go to on the correct side. Okay, do note that if someone steps off on the wrong side, it will cause a bit of a problem because only 24 people can go to one side. So if you take the wrong side, someone else is going to be locked out and they'll have to switch over. If you do step off on the wrong pad, immediately sound off so that we can get someone to swap, okay, get someone to cover for you before everyone just jumps off and realize, oh, we have an extra healer or an extra tank on the wrong side. Okay, so this is one thing to take note of. Okay, now we are full, so one last ready check. Make sure everyone's back, and then Tomato will zone us in. We will watch the cutscene, and I will start a quick brief on the slimes golems. Alright, Tomato.
Friendly tip, food works.
Beam us up.
Concern.
Good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Whee.
Let's go.
And before that, one person's AFK.
Oh boy.
Someone
Everyone hit ready.
Someone
Everyone should be here.
Someone DCs immediately.
I'm gonna go AFK.
Thanks, Lara. It's all your fault.
Thanks, Lara.
No worries. I'll grab some dinner, then I'll come back in case there's any questions.
Alright, thank you.
Shout out to Lara for helping with organization.
Fruit did most of it.
Damn, you were still here. I was gonna say we only shout out people when they're
For
gone.
helping with organization, both of which I threw under the bus probably about 20 minutes before we started. Smiles.
I mean, this is what I signed up for. So.
Alright,
Yeah,
welcome
it is your fault. You threw yourself under the bus.
DRS. This is Delubrum, Reginae, Savage, and once the cutscene watches are done, you will see the cache at the front, two pads, one on the left, one on the right. Okay, at the start of every DRS run, what usually happens, is that if this is not a fresh new run, you will be popping your pures as well as your re-raisers here. But however, because this is a fresh new run, as I mentioned earlier, you do not have to pop your pures for a first look run. Okay, why? Because as I mentioned, if you use pures here and we wipe to slimes golems, we're going to have to zone out and zone back in and use another pure. So in the interest of saving pure essences, we just don't use any until we know how to clear slimes and golems properly. Okay, so spend some time at the cache. Okay, usually if there's any actions that you are supposed to bring, okay, especially my perception players, please make sure you have perception because we will need them for slimes and golems. Okay, and do pack your holster with all the required actions as though we were going past slimes and golems into boss 1. Okay, because once we get started, again, we cannot come back here. It is important to have everything that you require before stepping off on the pad to start the actual DRS itself. Okay, if there's any actions or things like potion kits that you want to pop at the start here as well, okay, you can do so here. Okay, and once you are certain that you are ready, you will then be able to, okay, once you are very sure that you are ready, you can step onto the correct side. Okay, once again, be very sure. If you're not sure, ask. Okay, if you're not sure, ask. But once you are very certain that you are ready, you can step onto the correct side. Slimes on the left, golems on the right. Okay, and what's going to happen is that for these slimes golems, okay, again, I hope that everyone has read the guides. Okay, but we will be splitting our VC into two separate alliances. The ones in this VC is the Slimes VC. You guys will stay here. The ones in the Golem, okay, on Golem side, you will notice just below this VC there is a DRS sub VC channel, bracket Golems, cross over to that VC, and either Typhon or Tomato will guide you guys through Golems. Okay, the good news is Golems is easier, so you have less trouble handling it. Okay, but do hop over to the other VC so that we will keep the comms separate. You'll be clearer as to what's happening on each side. Okay, for those who are still here with me on the slime side, okay, welcome to the slime side. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to use the waymarks here. Okay, because this is a fresh run, what I normally do is I will place 4 waymarks A, B, C, and D, and these will actually denote the rooms. Okay, northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. Okay, and what I usually like to do is go to stand in the waymark of the room that you're supposed to be in. Now, each player, if you notice in the roster, okay, in the spreadsheet, you should have 1 tank, 1 healer, and 3 DPS with you in your room. Just look around, on your waymark and just identify that you have at least 1 tank, 1 healer, and 3 DPS. If there's like extra healers or extra tanks or something like that, double check to make sure everyone knows where they are going. Because for slimes, if we're missing a tank or missing a healer, it tends to get a bit messy. Okay, now what will happen for slimes? Okay, just to give a quick overview, what we need to do is, if you look inside the rooms, okay, now if you come to the left over here where I am standing here, okay, all the way on the left, you can see there's a crack in the wall. You can actually see inside the rooms for slimes, and there's actually 4 rooms, and in each room there's a pad in the center. Our objective is to merge a slime to +5. Okay, this is a bit confusing, but if you've watched the guides, every time a green slime is near another green slime, they will fuse. The first time it happens, they become +1. Another slime goes in, +2, +3, +4. Now at +4, we need to stop, and the healer will hold 1 last slime nearby for the tank to provoke or shield lock, tomahawk, or pull it to them, or at a countdown, because we need to fuse the slimes at the same time. If one slime room fuses to +5 early, it's a wipe. So there's a timing issue involved as well. To assist with this, what I will do is that the 4 tanks were assigned the rooms. So Zuri, Katsumi, Ruby Rage, and Rin, you guys will have to prepare either a macro or a yell. Okay, it will look something like this. Okay, as an example, let's say I'm in the southeast room. I will say something like this: southeast +4 ready. Yes, thank you very much. So your macro, or if you're like me, you can just type it out and just don't press enter, so that it's ready to be shouted out or yelled out. Okay, use yell, not shout, because shout is going to affect the golem side. Okay, use yell, and once I see all 4 tanks yelling out that their rooms are ready, I will do a countdown. I will say something like, okay, all slimes ready for fusion, merging in 5, 4, okay, 3, 2, 1, and then fuse now. Once I say fuse now, you will tomahawk or provoke the last slime which your healer has nearby, and with luck, the slime will come towards you, sit on the button in the center. Okay, once they are together or near each other, they will start to cast fusion, and they will fuse into a +5 slime. Once the slime hits +5, they will immediately start casting rupture, which means they are going to explode. Again, we need to ensure that the slime is centered on the pad in the center. It is +5, and all of the slimes are +5 at approximately the same time. If done correctly, they'll all cast Rupture at more or less the same time. Okay, there's a bit of a buffer, about 10 seconds or so. And if they all explode at the same time, we will have cleared the slime's side. Okay, this is our objective. Now, healers, your job is to stand at the doorway and pull slimes to the room entryway where the tanks can pull the slime off you. Okay, this is because we don't want the tanks to be moving around too much, because as they move, the big slime in the center of the room follows them. And if the slime is not on the pad in the center when fusion or the final rupture fusion occurs, is not centered, it's a fail. So we try to avoid the tanks moving around too much. We get the healers to pull the slimes to the room entryway, and then the tanks will pull the slime into the room itself. So that's your job, and as well as to keep the tanks alive. Okay, you will heal the tanks. The slimes will be attacking the tanks, just heal them. There's also 3 DPS per room. Now, in every room, periodically, a red slime will drop into the room. Now, it's 3 slimes per wave, so one room will have no red slime. But DPS, your goal is to tag the red slime. The first person that hits the red slime, the red slime will tether to that player, and they need to pull the red slime away from any other slime and burn it down. Okay, the other DPS, all 3 DPS can help to burn it down, but one DPS will usually tag it ASAP. Now, red slimes are a point of failure. At any point of time, if a red slime casts fusion and fuses with any other slime, is generally a wipe. Okay, red slimes, when fused, one-shot players. So they will, once they fuse, they hit the DPS dies, they aggro the next player, tag them, they die as well, and they just go around massacring everyone else. They just murderous rampage and just kill everyone. So once a fused red slime appears, it's a wipe. He generally is a wipe, but we will try to see whether we can, salvage it. Okay, so DPS, your job is just to tag red slimes and quickly burn them down. Now, if you already tag one red slime, please don't go tag another red slime. Okay, there are 3 DPS in your room. Each one should try to rotate and help each other out. Quickly tag the other red slimes to tether them and pull them away from the center. Okay, don't leave the red slime in the center, because they will consume the green slime in the center as well, which is also a wipe. So again, DPS, your job is just to pull the red slime away from the center, preferably to a corner of the room. Just quickly burn it down. Now, if you have DPS issues, later do let us know. If for some reason 3 DPS is not enough to burn down the red slimes, please voice it out. Later on, once we wipe, just let us know. Okay, my room had some issues with DPS. We will see what we can do to help to remedy the situation. Okay, now, other than that, so that's our objective. So tanks hold the green slime in the center of the room and do the math. Okay, the tanks are in charge of counting how many slimes have been fused. So please pay attention to the slime in the center. Once it's at +4, please don't go grab another one. Okay, it will trigger the final fusion. Healers, your job is just to hold the slime in the doorway and heal the tank. Okay, and DPS, your job is to burn down any red slimes that are present so that they don't cause a failure. Okay, they don't wipe us all. Now, other than that, there are 3 traps, booby traps in this area. One of them is always in the middle, right smack in the middle of the hall. Okay, it can be in the center, it can be on the left, it can be on the right of the hallway in the center. So my perception players, I think southeast to southwest, no. Okay, so both Toll Pew Pew and Miss Butterfly are assigned perception from middle to northeast and middle to northwest. So the 2 of you will be scanning for the trap in the center. Okay, perception, if you have never done B before or you've never used perception before, please press perception, pause for a second before stepping forwards, because the trap takes a little bit of time to show up. It takes like half a second to show up. You don't want to press perception, step forward, and the trap appears and you step in it. So just pause a little bit before running forwards. There's 1 trap in the middle, and there's 2 traps in 2 random rooms. Okay, there are 4 rooms in total. There are 2 traps in 2 of those rooms. We don't know which ones they are. So the northeast and northwest players will scan the northeast and northwest rooms respectively. My south trap scanner, so Rowden, you will be scanning both the southern rooms. Now, a pro tip for perceptors, if you have perception on you now, you can actually stand where I am here and press the perception once. If there's a trap in the southwest room, there will be a message that tells you there's a trap nearby, and you can let all of us know that there's a trap in the southwest room. Likewise, if you go to the southeast room and you stand outside the room here and you scan, and there's a message that says that there's a trap, then there's a trap in the southeast room as well. If there's no trap, you should also let us know. If there are no traps in both the southern rooms, then the northern rooms will have both the traps. And likewise, or vice versa, if both the traps are in the southern rooms, then the northern rooms will have no traps at all. The southern rooms will need to be scanned before anyone steps into the rooms. Okay, so thank you, Rowden. So there's a trap in the southeast room, so you will quickly expedite yourself to go and reveal the trap later on. Okay, there'll be one trap in one of the northern rooms. Okay, my northern trap perceptors kindly help me to go and scan for that trap as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it for these introductions. Okay, we'll just give it a try. If it fails, you know, if slime fusion fails, red slime appears, okay, or we run out of time, things like this, doesn't matter. We'll just reset and try again. Okay, do know that if it fails, we will just need to all KO ourselves. Okay, we'll make use of the explosive trap, stand around it, wait for everyone to stand around it, and then we'll just step into it, KO ourselves, and we'll re-instance if this segment of DRS fails. Okay, unfortunately, this is how this initial phase works. It's more of a puzzle mechanics thing. We need to solve it to progress further. Okay, so at this point of time, all parties help me to do ready checks. Okay, just do a ready check in your party. And if you notice what the golems are doing, we will just usually shout out, okay, for example, I'm party C, so I'll just say something like C, okay. Okay, I know it spells like it's pronounced as cock, but it's C, okay. This will let the golem side know that we are ready. Team C is ready, okay, A is ready. Okay, D, E, and F on the golem side, they are also ready. Okay, and B is ready. So all parties are ready. Now tanks, turn on your tank stances. There's two tanks. Okay, one last thing to mention here. Myself and the Morgan Dragoon, which is a samurai, will be in charge of tanking the soldiers in the north and the south. Okay, but that's really easy. Just tank them, pull them out of the hall, and just burn them down. Make sure they don't run around hitting random players. Okay, that's really easy. Okay, so all parties are ready now. All the tanks, turn on your stances. If you have food and you wish to use it, please pop some food. I'm counting down. So count down. And once the countdown finishes, we will open the doors. Okay, so remember, tanks stance on. Perception players go in first. Do not rush ahead of the perception players. Let them scan for the traps. Be sure that your room has been scanned before entering it, especially tanks. If you step on a trap and you die, we can't salvage it. Okay, and let's give it our best shot. Okay, help to scan the middle. There'll be a trap in the center. Okay, and wait for the southern rooms to be scanned first. Okay, the middle trap has been found. Okay, the northern rooms, help me go and scan. DPS, help to burn the red slimes down as soon as you can. Okay, and tanks, go ahead, start to pull the green slimes into your rooms. Try to hold them in the middle. Okay, I think the southeast room trap has been found. The northern room traps, I think it has been popped as well. So go ahead, carry on, and okay, there's already a gigantic red slime in the northwest. Okay, but go ahead and practice what you're supposed to do here. Okay, so DPS ideally should try to be killing the red slimes, but not the gigantic red one. I see. Okay, I will sort that out later on. Okay, just ignore the gigantic red slime. For now, just practice what you're supposed to do, get your bearings, understand what is the process. Okay, this one generally is going to be a wipe, but at least get an idea of what's supposed to be happening. Yeah, actually, it's a good point to mention as well. If you see a red slime trying to fuse and you are a ranged DPS or tank, you can use your hit grace, or for tanks they have interject to interrupt the fusion. Okay, very nice. Southeast, you've done it. Southwest, you've done it. Okay, so that's generally what you are supposed to be doing. Okay, obviously, if you look at the northern rooms, half of us are already dead. So this is generally a wipe. So at this point of time, we are going to call a wipe. So we will just get yourself killed. Go find the trap. Stand around it. Okay, don't step into it. Yeah? Let everyone crowd around it. Once everyone's there, just step into it and we will reset and rezone. Resetting. I'll let the golem side know as well. Okay, if you wait long enough, the slimes will start to kill you anyway, so it's fine. Murderous red slimes, there's so many of them here. So usually at the end of each pull, I will usually try to figure out what's the issue. We will try to like iron out any issues. So I think for this pull, a red slime was fusing outside of the room. So try to pull the red slime into the room and keep it in a corner inside the room. Okay, we are gonna zone out, so let's just leave. Okay, everyone's dead already. And we're gonna just zone in once more and give it another try. Okay, so once again, red slime DPS, just try to pull it into the room, into a corner, because red slimes will consume any other slime, reds, greens, anything. So you need to make sure they don't stay near any other slime. Okay, do note they will sometimes just try to fuse when there's nothing nearby. If there's nothing nearby, it's safe. But if there's something nearby and they are trying to fuse, if you are ranged DPS or tank, you can interject or hit grace to interrupt the fusion and quickly burn it down, because there will be two red slimes near each other, right? You need to kill one of them before either of them fuses. Oops. Okay, guys, just so you all know, right? Columns tends to be easier, so it's unfortunate, but we're gonna be dragging them down each time. So let's try our best to clear it. And if something goes wrong, we just don't say anything until the golems tell us that they have cleared or they have wiped. Sometimes they wipe, sometimes. So we may save a bit of face by just not mentioning it. Okay, let's go in again. I think Bean is away, so I'm just gonna do one ready check. Red Beans are 1v1 today. Thanks, Red Bean. But I think they are away from keyboard at this moment. They are doing something real quick, and once they are back, we will just zone in once more. Okay, do note every time we zone in and out. Okay, thanks, Bean. You need to check your holster again. Yeah, it's a very common occurrence that we wipe, we go in, we just mind blank, step off the pad and get started, and don't realize that you have used your actions. So do make sure to double check your holster and cache at the start of every pull. Okay, I think we are good. Okay, let's just go. One other person not ready, but I think we can just try to zone in. Oh, okay, they are taking some time to explain some stuff. which is fine. Excuse me. Yeah, just if you guys are ever interested in like trying the other side, right? You can actually let us know lah. But we try not to swap sides because then it might cause like wipe issues But if you are really interested or maybe a space opens up, right, we can consider like doing one-to-one swaps Like if maybe a healer on slime side and a healer on column side say they're interested in trying the opposite side, we can do a lateral one-to-one swap and you guys can experience the other side as well. I know, right? Golems are way easier, by the way. Only the tanks need to do anything, and then everyone else just goes and murder everything. But it's fine. We can do it, slimes. I believe in you guys. Just don't let the golems know how messy it is. Right. Okay, so once again, just use whatever actions that you need to use. Now, because we haven't actually used any pure essences or any other actions, to be fair, generally there's not a lot of restocking to do at this point of time. But do ensure that you have your pure with you before jumping off. Yeah, okay, so Rowden asked, do you need to pop re-raisers? To be really honest, right? You don't need to lah. You can just save on re-raisers. The re-raisers are good for mainly the tank and the healers if you die in the slimes. Okay, sometimes accidents do happen. If you have a re-raiser and the tank dies, right, by some accident, they get up again, they can still salvage the run. But for DPS, you generally don't need it because if you're dying, right, means you're messing up the red slimes anyway. That means you're gonna all wipe soon. Okay, so once again, just double check, make sure you have everything ready, hop off to the correct side, and we will do ready checks once more once we are all here. Southwest room trap. Thank you, Miss Butterfly. Oh yeah, the other thing to mention, right, if you all have metal, this is the road to 0 metal gang. With enough wipes, you'll just lose all your metal. Ideally, before the next session, go and exchange it for the Valors. 20 million metal exchange for new set of medals, and then you will come in here with no Valors, no metal at all. I know, right? So smart. Okay, ready checks. Yeah, so funny. Okay, C okay. C okay, B okay, E okay. Yeah, so for the soldiers, tank and DPS. So I think I'm the South soldier tank so I've actually got a very easy job, but that's mainly because I'm looking around to see what's happening. But Morgan, for North soldier, your job is just to hold it away from everyone else. You can even pull it out of the hallway to the north, just to make sure it doesn't run around. Okay, A, D, C, F, E, B. All parties ready. Counting down. 20 seconds. Once again, Perceptors go in first, so ensure perceptions scan for traps. Tanks, make sure you have your stances on. Okay, and just good luck. Okay, Perceptions, try to expedite the scanning a little bit because everyone's waiting on you guys to scan. So once you found the middle trap, go to the northern rooms and scan for those traps as well. Okay, southwest room trap found. Middle trap found. One more trap. The southeast room. Okay, all traps are found. All traps are found. Go ahead, do what you must. Southeast ready. Northwest ready. Northeast ready, waiting on southwest. Okay, just hang on a little bit. Southwest is not ready. Okay, southwest ready. We will be fusing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuse now. Okay, just pull the last slime into the middle. Okay, healers, if the slime doesn't move, just run into the middle. Can ensure that the slimes are casting Rupture before running off to the north. Okay, looks good. All slimes casting Rupture. Everyone, hightail it all the way out. Watch out for the trap. Okay, sprint if you have to. Go to the northeast all the way out. You'll be safer there. Okay, if you see any soldiers or red slimes, just help to burn them down as they approach us in the northwest. Oh, sorry, northeast. Ouch. Okay, congrats, cleared. Now, before we hop off, check for dead players. Okay, Dorara is dead here. Only healers with pure essences can arise them. So, if there's any healer with a pure essence already activated, help me to arise Dorara over here. Okay, everyone else, congrats on clearing slimes. You can now step on the pad. Okay, only healers help to stay behind. If we don't rest him, he's gonna be left behind. So, can a healer with pure essence help to arise Dorara over here? Thank you very much.
Shark, I would like to report a tomato fuck up.
What
I
happened?
forgot a pure.
That's fine, doesn't matter. It's okay lah.
Yeah.
It's fine. We have
So,
one
lol.
more dead on the slime side. Can any healer with arise please help to res them? You will need to pop pures anyway lah. So you for the healers,
I'm not tanking, so it's fine.
pop the pure and help me to arise the dead player. Thank you very much. Thanks, Des. Thanks, Seth. Okay, you all notice that it's like 20% or something. The odds are pretty bad. And Dora,
It's less. I swear it's less than 20.
Dora needs to stop dodging the arise. Get up!
Yeah, it's 10 to 15% at best.
Okay, in any case, for everyone else in Golem side, you are back here already. So congrats on clearing Slime's Golems. We are now going to... Okay, everyone's up. Let's move on. Okay, at the area here, just before boss 1, there's 2 treasure coffers. Do remember to pick them up. All treasure coffers in DRS are personal. Okay, please remember to grab your treasure spoils. Okay, these give 2 fragments of pure essence. Okay, and what's gonna happen now is that we're gonna face boss 1. So here is where we pop pure essences. Everyone needs to pop a pure essence now. Okay, if you have no, you should also pop re-raisers now. Okay, we are expecting to die quite a bit in this fight, so we will expect to use re-raisers for this fight as well. Okay, now for this fight, okay, welcome to boss 1, Trinity Seeker. Okay, I hope you have read the guides, but I will be doing very brief explanations on what the callouts will be like. Okay, I won't be explaining what the mechanics are. You should have reviewed those already, but I will explain how I will do my callouts. So I'll try to be brief about this. Okay, now first things first, all the tanks turn off your sensors. Our main tank for this first session is gonna be... Okay, does anyone want to volunteer to main tank? Okay, Tomato, you help me to organize a main tank. Thanks. arrow someone, pick someone if you. Oh, okay, Zuri.
Okay,
Zuri
thank you,
has
Zuri.
volunteered. Thanks, Zuri. So Zuri will be our main tank.
Everyone target him and give him.
I was gonna
he's the one
volunteer
really good.
Typhon on the Fizz range.
I see.
Yeah, that too. Typhon was tanking run golems earlier. It's pretty funny.
I see. Okay, so Zuri will be our main tank. Okay, thankfully, Waymarks and signs is for everyone in here. So you all should be able to see the triangle shaped cookie on Zuri's head. So Zuri is our main tank. Only Zuri has stuns on. Everyone else should have stuns off. Okay, now refresh food if you need to. Now for this fight, it's very similar to the boss one in DRN, but there'll be more mechanics. The mechanics will come out faster, and you need to try to keep up. Now, how I will do callouts for this fight. Mercy slashes will happen. Okay, mercy slashes are the 4 quarter slashes. You will notice the number 1, 2, 3, 4 waymarks in the center. My callouts will be something like this: 1, 1, 3, 3, or 4, 4, 2, 2, or any other permutation. If it's 2 numbers and then 2 numbers, it means that you stay on the first waymark for 2 slashes, cross over, and stay on the second waymark for the other 2 slashes. Okay, this will minimize the amount of movement. Now, there will be permutations where he does a 1, 3, 3, 1 slash, which means you will stay on the 1 waymark. The first slash goes off, you cross over, second slash, third slash, and then you cross back. Okay, so there will be 2 permutations for the slashes. Try your best to move quickly. In DRS, getting hit by a mechanic that you should not get hit by gives you thrice come ruined, which means 3 strikes and you're dead. Okay, 3 strikes you get doomed and die. So HP, shields, mitigations doesn't help you if you screw up mechanics. You're just gonna die. Okay, try your best to stay alive and do mechanics properly. Now there will also be a hide or knockback mechanic. Notice the barriers around the edges. If I say hide, you need to be behind the barriers. If I say knockback, you need to be in front of the barriers and be knocked into the barriers. Okay, do note sometimes there will be other mechanics with the hide and knockback, particularly Ravana dice or the clone dashes. I will usually say something like starting from 4, going towards D or going towards C, knock back into C, for example. So it means that you need to move in a counterclockwise direction and be ready for the knockback to push you into the C barrier. Okay, something along those lines. Okay, so this is the hide and knockback mechanic. There is also a iron splitter mechanic, which is tiles or sand. I will call out the safe floor pattern to stand in. It will sound something like this: tiles is safe, tiles is safe. You will be standing in the tiles. Okay, for those of you who can't really tell the difference, tiles is the blue colored floor pattern with like the square pattern in it. Sand is obviously sand. Okay, so tiles and sand. Now do note that the first time he does the iron splitters, there will also be earth shaker tethers. Now these 3 players will be tethered with an earth shaker tethers. You need to point the earth shaker away from the party and away from the boss. If you get hit by 2 earth shakers, you're gonna die. Okay, if you get hit by 1 the first time and then you get hit by the second one, you're gonna die. So try your best to avoid earth shakers. The 3 tethered players, try your best not to fire the laser beam into all of us. Okay, I know Typhon loves to do this. He loves to fire laser beams into the party. Please don't learn from Typhon. Please point the Earthshaker away from the group and away from the boss. Okay, so Earthshakers is the Iron Splitters mechanic. Now there's also going to be, okay, so Iron Splitters, Earthshakers, Mercy Slashers, Ravana Dives. Okay. Other than that, the rest of the mechanics is like Orb and Flower. Okay, there's an Orb and Flower mechanic. I will say look away from the orb, move away from the flower. Okay, just face yourself away from the orb. If you look at it, you'll be petrified and you'll probably die. The flower is a gigantic AoE coming out from the ground. It will expand to massive proportions. Make sure you move away from it. What else? Okay, other than that, not much else to mention. We will just try our best to give it a try, take a look, see how far we can go. Do note that for healers, your job is to try to arise dead players throughout the fight, but don't compromise yourself. Near the end of the fight, there will usually be an LB3 opportunity. Now, one thing to mention, don't use any other LB other than the healer LB. Okay, DPS LB is generally considered as a DPS loss. You do less damage with the DPS LB tree than you do with all your loss actions and burst rotation combined. Okay, so last ditch effort, generally we don't use DPS LB at all. Save it for the healer LB tree. Now, in the event that both healers in a party are dead, okay, so let's say my party, both Lilith and Dorara are both downed, because you're on the ground looking at your dead body, just use the signs, okay, the signs, and mark yourselves. Okay, what I mean by mark yourself is that, for example, let's say if both my healers are dead, right, they should mark themselves something like this. Okay, I'm just using an example. And any other healer in the alliance, if you see any marked dead healers, try to rest them so that they can get up and keep their party alive. If both healers are dead, there's no heals, the rest of the party is going to follow them into the afterlife soon after. So this is what we do to tell other healers that, hey, my party's healers are both dead, we need assistance, stat. So we usually mark the dead healers. Okay, once you get up, maybe you can just take off your own sign or marker. Okay, so this is what we generally practice to get parties up when healers are both dead.
If both healers go down, the Cure 4 caster can step in and stopgap heal. It's very strong and will keep the party up through most of the normal damage that you receive.
Yep. In case if you missed it earlier on, some of the hidden interaction actions, Cure 4 casters, your Cure 4 is actually meant to give bravery to the whole party. You will notice with the pure essence of the Elder, when you use Cure 4, other than it being a heal, it also gives everyone affected by the cure a 10% damage up bravery buff that lasts for 60 seconds. You should be using it every minute on or every 60 seconds. Okay, there's no cooldown for it. You just use it once every 60 seconds to make sure that the buff stays on everyone for as much uptime as you can. Okay, if you have not enough Cure 4, then in future runs try to bring a few more. Okay, Jojo asked if this is the same strats. Now for boss 1, I know that Ibrail's group on Saturday, they use slightly different waymarks, but otherwise the resolution of the mechanics are the same. So if you listen to callouts or you wish to use other strats, you can actually do so as well. There's no right or wrong method as long as you don't die. Okay, but do understand that my callouts are slightly different from the DRS Reclear group on Saturday. They have slightly different waymarks layouts, but the mechanics resolution is essentially the same. Yeah, and they have different strategies for fewer than 48 members now. We're running with a full 48, so our strategies are slightly different as well. Okay, other than that, if there's any other questions, feel free to ask them. Okay, if not, then at this point of time we do ready checks. Okay, we just pop a ready check, make sure everyone's ready, and we'll just give it a try to see how far we can get for our first pull. Okay, same thing as before.
I'm gonna waymark the plus. This person over here does not have an essence. They forgot theirs. It's fine.
Okay, can. No
just
worries.
in case you just see them die often. That's why.
Maybe I just.
They will just need a little bit of extra babysitting. But I mean, we're all gonna die.
I'll use a different waymark. I'll use the do not attack waymark.
Okay, yeah,
just to
works.
differentiate it from the tank stack, the tank waymark. Okay.
I mean, actually, we should probably give the ignore tank. Ignore target.
I mean, okay, not to be rude, but if let's say, okay, I'm not okay. Once again, no offense, I'm not pinpointing anyone, but because Iceling doesn't have any pure essence, you're gonna see them drop very quickly because once the red white goes out, they're just gonna die. So if you're a healer, maybe just don't spam too much Arise on them because every time they get up and the red white goes out, they're gonna die again. So unfortunate for Iceling, but we will try to keep you alive as much as we can by shielding and I bubble, so I put bubble on you. But if you're down, just it's unfortunate, but you'll probably be down for most of the fight. Okay, but try to learn the mechanics as we go
exactly
through it as well.
Like the knowledge of seeing what it looks like is very useful.
Just learn the fight. Even though you're dead, you can observe the fight and listen to callouts, learn how the callouts are being resolved, and try to get as much experience as you can. And then the next round, you bring a pure essence. Okay, so without further ado, ready checks mostly are done. Okay, C is okay, F is okay, E is okay, A okay, D okay, B okay. All parties are ready, so we are gonna count down. Okay, our main tanks is Zui. So Zui, whenever you're ready, you can do a 20 seconds countdown. We can pre-shield on 5, okay, because the first mechanic is a red white. Okay, just listen up to my callouts, try our best. Okay, Zuri, anytime ready, go ahead to the countdown and let's give this our best shot.
Okay, we got one more. Hold on. Oh, we ran out of ignore markers.
It's okay lah, never mind lah. We just try lah, just try. It's fine.
Yep, just run it.
Esther doesn't have an essence here.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, and start. Red white. Mercy slashes next. Two, 2-4-4. 2-2-4-4. Crossing on the second slash. Second slash crossover. Orb and flower. Look away from the orb. Move away from the flower. Okay, main thing, you just hold it there. You can just hold it there, it's fine. Red white, and everyone should be behind the boss. There'll be a shared tank buster after this. Only the tanks should be in front. Okay, front, back, or in the boss's hitbox. Everyone should be inside the boss hitbox or to the front or behind. Okay, actually this is the shared tank buster. Just now that was the normal tank buster. My bad. Okay, shared tank buster here. And then only the main tank should be in front. This is stillness. Zuri, just stand still. You can actually attack, but don't move. Nice. Now the boss will jump to the middle and do either a knockback or hide. This is a knockback step for chains. Break the chains and be knocked back into any barrier. Okay, break your chains and knock back into any barrier. Okay, back to the middle. Face the boss. Knock.
Race on chain 1.
Ravana dives next. Starting from A, going towards D. This is a hide. Hide behind D.
Alright, can I get a race on my healers, please? Both of them. We don't have a cure for.
Red white, and everyone stack behind the boss. This is a line stack. Even the main tank must stack. Okay, if the reason for main tank stacking is if he targets you, you're gonna eat the line stack by yourself. Okay, there'll be 3 line AoEs, just dodge them as normal, and then iron splitters. Okay, just move out of them. Tiles is safe, tiles is safe, be in tiles. The next 2 iron splitters will come with with Earthshaker. So please remember to point the Earthshakers away from the boss and away from the party. Sand is safe, sand is safe. Earthshakers get ready. Earthshakers point them away. Tiles is safe, tiles is safe. Second set of Earthshakers point away. Thank you. Pull the boss to the middle and point north if you can. Raid wide. Point north. Inter cardinals out. Inter cardinals out. Move to A, B, C, or D. The boss is slightly tilted. Nice. Mercy slashes with Ravana dice. Next. Try to point the boss north. Starting from 2, going towards B. 1133. 1133. Wait for the boss to cross. Go to 1. Cross over after 2 slashes. First slash. Second slash crossover. Orb and flower. Look away from the orb. Move away from the flower. Stack for chains. Okay, get stacked for the chains and then break them. Okay, the closer you are, the easier it is to break the chains. Raid wide. Tank buster, move away from the main tank. This is a solo tank buster. If you can try to center the boss after this. Okay, nice. Slashes with iron splitters. 3311. 3311. Cross on the second slash. Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Stand in. Sand. First slash. Second slash. Cross over to tiles. Tiles is safe. Stay in. Tiles. Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Be on sand. Orb and flower, look away from the orb, move away from the flower. Raid wide. Front, back, or in the boss's hitbox. Be in front, behind, or inside the boss's hitbox. Mercy slashes with knockback or hide will be taking the slashes on the clone. This is a knockback. We are getting knockback towards C. Knockback towards C. Knock back first, and then left, right of the clone. Okay, go to the left of the clone. First slash. Second slash crossover. Stay stacked for chains. Break chains and then healer LB3 after the chains have been broken. This is your healer LB3 window. Raid wide.
Healer LB3 is Ray.
Dorara, healer LB3 as well. This is a knockback towards any barrier, and tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Be on tiles and then get knocked back into a barrier. Oh, let's see. Okay, last set of mechanics. Mercy slashes and then knockback or hide. We'll be doing the mercy slashes from the clone first. Looking for the clone, stack for chains and break it. This is right, left, right of the clone. Okay, be on the right side of the clone. First slash, crossover, left. Second slash, third slash, cross back, and then get ready to hide. Hide after this, hide behind any barrier. This is a stillness tank buster away from the front. Away from the front.
Shark is now main tank. Please avoid Shark.
And then I think he does one more red white, a form change, and then enrage.
Make sure to get a photo of Shark when the boss enrages.
Whoa there. I'm not
Hey,
dead.
Chloe.
I'm not dead.
Yet.
Yeah, yeah.
No! Run.
Don't bother raising people now.
Yeah, it's enrage.
Because yeah, that happens. Oh, see, look, he's dead. Quick, take a photo.
No, quickly leave. So yeah, that was the first boss. Fun, but tough.
Very good effort.
Yeah, pretty good. Not too bad. There's some really tricky combinations in that particular run, but you guys handled it quite well. Okay, now we will take.
Thanks, Butterfly.
Ivan.
I apologize for the person
Someone
trying
got a
to.
photo.
I apologize for anyone trying to res me. I dodged twice in a row. I'm like, oh, boy.
Oh, don't worry. You're gonna dodge a lot more than twice in a
Yeah.
row.
Everyone's gonna know.
Oh boy.
It's fine. It's fine.
The arise chance
One,
is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a natural dodge percentage for a race. Yeah.
I used 5 on Iron already.
Oh gosh.
Chuck, when you're making the clone calls for slashes, are you calling clone relative, as in which way the clone is facing as well?
Yeah, I will pay attention to the clone,
Okay.
and I will call left or right,
Just to
front or back of the clone. Unfortunately, but you have to try to identify which side is the safe side. Alternatively, if you see everyone moving to that side, you can try to follow, but I guess earlier on everyone went to the right side, not the left. So that was unfortunate, but don't worry, it's fine. First time, good effort. Now we're gonna take a short break, maybe about 5 minutes, and then we'll do a ready check and try once more. Now if you need to restock on your pure essences and or erasers, please take this time during the break to do so as well. If you have questions, feel free to ask in the Alliance chat as well. Yep, so go ahead, take a short break.
Yeah,
For those
for everyone-
remaining... Oh, sorry, Fruit, go ahead.
No, you go first.
Okay. Just an extra tip, if you die in the death wall and you get raised, use your action to run out. If you do anything else while standing in the death wall, you break immunity, you will just die again. So if you, just walk out. I think popping sprint actually counts as an action, and
It does. You will lose
does,
transcendence
yes.
if you pop.
You
sprint,
will just
yeah.
die. So just walk out. You can actually walk out once you get rezzed. If you do not get rezzed, or you dodge the res, well, rip. But yeah. So
I have
don't
a
cast
general-
or hit sprint or anything. If you get rezzed on the death wall, just walk it
walk out.
off. Walk it off.
Walk it off.
Shake it off.
I have a
Yes,
general
what Kana
tip.
said, your co-healer can rescue you out of the wall if they really want to, but you usually should just be able to walk back into the middle.
The overhead on healers to try to land arises is so unbelievably high just because it can miss. It's insane. Like, I didn't think that would be that hard when I first did it, but I don't know what it is. It takes all my effort to listen to call out and also try to arise.
It's probably my primary reason for dying in DRS.
Yeah, is
when
attempting to
I'm
raise
trying
someone
to-
else.
Maybe on
Yeah.
Trying to
rises
raise
and
someone.
You die again, you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a general tip that maybe Shark you might want to repeat later is the DPS party, like everyone who's not the tank should try to clump together as much as possible. There was a lot of spread outs. Most of the time it's not a big deal, but a couple of times, like around the what's it called?
Tethers.
The line attack, the tethers. A lot of people got clipped by just collateral and took a bit extra damage, and I think it actually killed someone because people weren't tightly clumped. The general spot to stand, if you're not sure where you should be standing, is behind the boss. Even if you're range, even if you are caster, right behind the boss, on its butt.
Would like to also add slightly to that, the one exception for that, please don't clump during Earthshakers, for one thing. There was a couple of instances I did see a few people running at either towards the safe flooring or towards the boss with an Earthshaker, and I was just like,
Well, that's the thing, right?
Like Earthshaker, you can walk backwards to another safe zone.
Yeah.
It's a circle. You can walk backwards, so you take
No.
your Earthshaker away. But the other
But
thing
that's-
is the main thing Fruit is trying to say is a lot of the AoEs are based. So if you all clump together, they'll all get based on one spot, and then you have a billion places.
It's
to
easier
stand.
dodge.
Yeah.
No, but I was actually like the
But
Earthshaker's a
Earthshakers
big
are an
deal.
exception. Please don't clump with those.
Everyone should be clumping unless you have the like. Basically, if you clump, then it's easier for the Earthshaker targets to take it away from the party as well.
Yes. That
Because if everyone's kind of around, then the Earthshaker people are going to be like, I don't know where to stand, because everywhere is going to hit someone.
In which case, if you have the Earthshaker, just run away. Essentially, run away from the boss. Because chances are a lot of people will be trying to hit the boss. So if it's better to not clip everyone clumped around the boss and just hit like 3 people. But
And don't forget that the Earthshakers themselves originate from the center and not from the boss themselves.
So for the Earthshaker tile mechanic, or whenever there's an Earthshaker, the clone lands in the middle of the room. So the middle, like, I think that the middle, like the center circle is, I think it's sand. I forgot. It doesn't matter. It lands right in the center. That clone in the middle is where all the Earthshakers are coming out from. There are 3 Earthshakers only. So you need to look. While you're doing mechanics, you need to check the center to make sure you're not pointing a tether at anyone. Yeah, but otherwise, it's fine. What is... Middle is tile? Sorry. Yes, middle is tile. It's one of them. I keep forgetting.
I will
50-50
relay
coin flip.
some Tatsu messages, who I'm assuming is in a meeting and can't be on voice. When in doubt, Earthshaker players, if you are already away, just stay still and don't keep adjusting. Other players adjust around if they are not near the boss. But yeah, that's why you try to clump, so that people who need to move AoEs away can do it easily.
I've done a dumb thing in which I moved voice chats and then the stream closed.
Thank you. I
Alright.
appreciate you.
So the reason I forgot in Essence is because I always forget essences, and so I break the rule of don't use your pure essence early, and I use my pure essence early because I'm really dumb and I forget it otherwise. So if you're like me, then yes, you can use a pure essence. But generally speaking, try not to waste your pure essences in case we might wipe or things.
Well,
yeah, now I am the monkey. I've always been the monkey. I am like the second monkey after Philister.
We've cleared slimes and golems.
Yeah, we have.
There is there is good cause to believe we'll clear slimes and golems again. So using an essence straight away will also reduce the weight that's in your holster and might allow you to carry an extra re-raiser. It's not a bad idea.
I will not insist
100%.
on using
not insist,
but if you wish to do so, you can do so, especially if you're having DPS issues with the red slimes, or golem shouldn't have DPS issues,
or if you are we did have a tank die to a golem first pull.
Okay.
They didn't mit.
They didn't mit.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the
They
tank
didn't mit,
buster,
yeah.
understandable.
Yep.
No worries.
That was cleared up with them.
No worries.
Yeah, Tatsu has pointed out we've seen boss 1, so yes, we can pop cures at cash. So don't bring more than 1 essence.
I mean, because
There's no cures on anyone.
it's a fresh run, right? So boss, like, you won't need the 99 holster space, like, you won't use all of it. So if you wish to save, like, hold back a little bit, it's fine. But only for the pure and the re-raiser. Everything else you should still have, especially your actions. Okay, so at this point it's already
Hold on, we have
5
a
minutes.
shortage.
So I'm going to do ready checks to make sure everyone's back.
We got 1 tank real short on
Pures,
They can hold it.
Yours.
They can hold it until boss 1 then.
I can hold
they
it.
can
Just hold it until
boss
boss 1.
And actually they're not doing any. Let me just check
2
the
should be
roster.
enough for the
I think
rest of the
I
day.
think they get away with it.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
2
they're
should be enough
maintaining.
for the rest of the day.
Oh no, they're
mean, it's fine.
not.
You all got through golems before. You can do it again.
Golems?
Okay, that's boss 2. No, it's fine. They're not. So you should be alright.
Yeah, Golems is not that bad.
Yeah.
Golems not that bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Then 6 people not ready. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright.
By the way, I'm bringing Dispel because I'm positive about us getting to Minotaur now.
Sure.
You're gonna need to
Sure.
spell. You're gonna
Sounds
need
good,
to
sounds
spell
good,
for,
sounds good.
you can be like 3rd backup to spell for boss 2. Then it's fine.
Okay, ready. Okay, one more R check. those who are back, just click ready. No worries. Okay, for this time round, golems, you guys okay already, right? You all don't need to.
We're basically okay.
Yeah, okay.
Tatsu
Don't need to split the voice
then
chat.
we're not gonna split the voice chat anymore. But do try to keep the comms clear. Unless there's an emergency, we try to keep the comms clear during the slimes golems phase.
There might be some crosstalk between the sides, but just try to pay attention to who you should be listening to. If you're on slime side, listen for shark. If you're in golem side, listen for typhon for the most part. Yeah.
You're just waiting for PG. Okay, PG is ready. Zona's in. Tomato.
I clicked the wrong NPC again.
Get that quest!
I thought you were going to say you clicked the wrong raid.
Zona's into
Yeah, I'm
DRN.
gonna zone all 48 of us. I'm gonna all zone us.
The good thing is that
No,
it's
the
literally
NPC over there is
impossible.
for the EX, so I can't do it.
Yeah, I know. It's 24
It's an
for
8-man.
DRN. I understand.
48 men are gonna go walk into Varus EX.
Yeah.
Petition for DRN zoomies. Oh, I don't know.
Gotta organize your own DRN runs.
Yeah, or you can ping Matt STQ after this and see how many people want to do it.
Okay, re-raise. Okay, no, sorry. Pure Essence.
Do not jump off.
Check.
Do not immediately
Yeah,
jump
Pure
off.
Essence check.
Make sure you have your holsters.
If you don't want to pop it now, you can hold it, but make sure you have it in your holster.
Everyone on the stream saw me select Divine, which is the healer one. Cool.
Are you sure that's the right one?
No, I'm a healer, man. I always select Divine and then realize my mistake afterwards.
The way I said it as well, I could hear it. Oh, that's the sound of someone who forgot. Once you are sure you have your holster.
Southeast, bear in mind, shout chat reaches everyone, so we don't know which southeast that
Yeah,
is.
use yell on the east or west side. Use yell so that you.
Only use shout chat when you're saying that your party's ready.
Once you are sure your holster is ready, you can jump down. Make sure you're jumping down on the right side, as in the correct side.
Yeah, don't say the right side.
Yes,
The correct side.
The correct side. The correct side. Choice of words.
Okay, looks good. It looks like everyone has gone off.
Yeah, it's just me. Don't worry about it. I'm always late.
Okay, I think slimes, you guys know what to do already, so we're not gonna do the waymark thing anymore. Just ready checks. Make sure everyone is here. Thanks, stances on. Perceptions, make sure you have it. No worries. Yeah, but if you're not ready, don't rush. I always tell all my raids.
No, if you're not ready.
If you're not ready, don't rush to get ready and forget something. Take your time, make sure you have everything. It's a lot better to take a bit more time at the start to ensure that you're ready than it is to rush it, realize you forgot something, and then we have to spend more time trying to adjust for the thing that you didn't bring, which is worse. So take your time at the start. No worries, you.
Josai has the high-level strats of pre-mid.
Meet once now, so
pre-healing, meet pre-midding.
Yeah, it's fine. Food check if you need to use another food. Alright, thanks Miss Butterfly for the trap shout out on slimes.
Do we have a trap on golems?
D ready, E ready, A okay, C okay, B okay.
Golems both north rooms.
Thank you.
Waiting on F.
I'm sorry, F is ready. That was me.
Alright, so all sides are ready. We'll be counting down. Counting down 20 seconds. Okay, once again, general reminder, tank stances on. Perceptions go in first. Let's try our best. let's go. Okay, watch out for the traps. Watch out for the traps. Middle trap found. Southeast room trap found. Okay,
All traps found, Golem side.
slimes as well. All traps found. Go ahead.
Okay, so everyone wait for blue golem to get there. Remember to Esna Iron Wing.
Tank buster, blue tanks, healers.
Iron, can you put the blue golem on the pad a bit more? Yep. We've got a fizz range to help red golem, please.
There's range. Thank you.
Okay, going to green. Watch out for the trap.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Golem's side. After this, I need one healer to stay behind for a res.
Okay, going red. Careful of the poison trap. Once red hits 30%, involve, pull it to the pad.
Slimes, northeast, southeast ready.
Now we go white.
Southwest ready, waiting on northwest.
Okay, golems bunching up middle and burn down the ruin golems.
Hold
Slimes,
holy.
all rooms ready. We'll be fusing in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Holy now.
1.
Well, actually, no, just kill
Slimes,
it all.
fuse. Slimes, fuse. Okay, ensure that the slime is casting
Holy.
rupture before running off. Looks good, everyone. Run. Okay, bring any red slimes and soldiers with you to the north and everyone help burn them down. Okay, sprint if you have to. Use mitigations, these explosions hurt.
Oh, I lost one.
Healers, make sure you don't immediately leave. once it's
Golem
cleared.
healers, I need you to stay behind. We had a DC, they're dead now.
Nice. Okay, any deaths,
Golem
any
healers,
deaths.
please stay behind.
The healers don't jump off first, ensure everyone's up before hopping off. I think slime's all good, no deaths on slime.
Everyone not a healer, please leave. It's fine.
If you're not a
we just
healer,
DC.
you can't do
Go away,
anything.
Wolf.
You're
Okay,
not
that's
welcome
fine.
here.
Res,
Poke 'em,
res
that
is
might
fine.
be happen.
Okay, looks good.
Song,
Looks
you
good.
can pop an... What? Yeah, okay, they did pop re-razor.
Get your personal chests.
Yep, nice. Slimes looks like no
Right, we
deaths. Let's go.
Yeah, Golems has been raised this one. We got enough in signs for everyone the healer. Yeah, we're just gonna put them all on you, Typhon. Don't worry about it.
Alright, very nice.
If you haven't popped your Pures, now is the time to do it.
Pop pure time.
Re-razors as well.
I'm aware that someone in my party has run out of essences, so don't worry about it. They are using a different essence. It is hopefully tanky enough. I think it's tanky
If
enough.
it's a
right?
defensive essence, it should be
It's a
okay.
plate
lah.
bearer.
It should be okay. lah,
Yeah.
It should be okay.
Yeah, okay.
Ideally,
That's fine.
ideally for the next session, bring Pures. Cause
They were not supposed
They're
to be in
a
this run.
they're a sub.
Oh,
They were-
They're a
they were
sub.
a sub. Yeah,
that's
that's
fine.
why-
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
fine.
they
that's
can-
fine.
yeah.
Understandable.
That's why
no
it's
worries.
like it's fine.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for subbing.
Yeah. Thanks for.
We
feeling-
we appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we appreciate it. But for the
Yeah,
regulars,
Plate bearer will you'll probably survive.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
For regulars, just understand that anything that's not a pure essence means that you're not really doing very much damage and or have survivability. So pure essences is kind of mandatory for this raid. Okay.
Also, pure essences have secret interactions that some of them are really necessary for the raid.
Especially for healers.
It's not a healer though, it's a DPS, that's fine.
No worries.
Fine, both.
Okay. Ready checks at this point of time. We're just gonna
Yo,
try
Foggy
again.
Hawk.
That
They
is
got an essence from the lid box.
but it doesn't work here. It doesn't. You can't phrase it right now.
They can use it next full.
You can use it for next full. Yeah, that's true. Maybe next time, like I'll try to hold a whole bunch of. But I'm only on Sephiroth.
Yeah, you don't play
That's
enough
fine,
to
that's
farm.
fine.
That's true.
What you
I'll
do is you
do
tell
some
them
farming.
to go cluster farm. Tell them to go cluster farm.
I understand.
Runs a dynamist. Yeah, we should just dynamist dice and then hope that someone gets the healer LB.
Apparently the chance of LV3 is quite high, but those are obviously more for the re-clear runs. It's like when everyone knows how to do mechanics, and then
It's for the meme run.
for the meme runs.
Next meme run, we'll just bring 10 dynamist dice and see what
I
happens.
know, right? Okay, DEF ready, B ready, A ready. My party is C, so C ready as well. Okay, so that's everyone. So once again, Zuri is our main tank. Thanks, Zuri. Focus on the boss tanks. Turn off your tank stances. Remarks have been placed. Remember to use foot, eraser, and pure essence check. Okay, and Zuri, once you're ready, just do a countdown. 20 seconds should be enough. Ready up, and let's do this. Now you can pre-shield on 5. The first mechanic will be a raid wide.
It's really weird buffalo, but alright.
Let's do this. Raid wide. Mercy slashes next. Four, 4-2-2. 4-4-2-2. Cross on the second slash. Crossover. Orb and flower. Look away from the orb. Move away from the flower. Okay, yeah. Raid wide and try to stay away from the main tank. There'll be tank busters on the main tank after this. Front, back, or inside the boss's hitbox. Front, back, or inside the boss's hitbox.
Re-raise a check. Use another if you've used yours.
Shared tank buster on the main tank. And then followed by stillness tank buster. Only the main tank should be in front. Knockback or hide next. There'll be chains. This is a knockback stack for chains. Break chains and then knockback into any barrier. Ravana dives next. Starting from C going towards D, this is a hide behind D, hide behind Delta.
Raise it.
Raid wide. If you can center it, that will be fine. If not, then everyone will be stacking together on 3. Okay, everyone stack
Raise
on
chain 1.
3. Everyone stack on 3. So let's just stack together. This is a shared line stack AoE. All good. Iron splitters. There will be 3 line AoEs first. Just move out of them. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. The next two Iron Splitters will come with Earthshaker tethers. Earthshakers, please point them away from the party and away from the boss. Sand will be safe. Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Earthshakers, get ready. Earthshakers, go. Thank you. Second set of Earthshakers. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Earthshakers, thank you.
Raise chain 1. They're in the wall. Raise chain 1.
Raid wide, followed by intercardinals out afterwards. Form change, intercardinals out. A, B, C, D is safe. Ravana dives with Mercy Slashes. Starting from tree or south, going clockwise. This will be 1133 after the dashes. 1133. First slash, second slash crossover, orb and flower.
Both healers put F down.
Stack for chains. Break chains. Raid wide. Solo tank buster away from main tank. Next mechanic, Iron Splitters with Mercy Slashes. This is 4422. 4422. Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Be on sand. First slash wait. Second slash crossover to tiles. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Be on tiles. There will be a third random Iron Splitter. Sand is safe. Sand is safe. Orb and flower. Look away from the orb, move away from the flower. Raid wide. Form change into Dark Knight. Front, back or center. Front, back or inside the boss's hitbox if you're unsure. Okay, hold on. The LB3 will be used after this mechanic, so hang on for LB3. Mercy Slashes with knockback or hide will be taking the slashes from the clone. This is a hide behind D, hide behind D. Right, left, left, right. Sorry for the delayed callouts. Second slash. Okay, and healer, break chains, and LB3. Okay, there was a slight mistake there on my part. My mistake, my bad. Raid wide. If there's any healers who need LB3 resin, please let us know. The boss is about to be killed soon.
I think both healers and A are dead. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I think he just pushed through and
Yeah,
killed.
we just try to kill it.
Wait,
push
hold,
through and
hold,
kill.
hold.
Try your best.
This LB.
Nice,
Fog.
nice clutch.
Good clutch.
We do have
Good clutch.
3 dead.
But I died at the end.
Screenshot time?
No, what's this?
Wait, yeah, screenshot. Look at him.
Do it.
No. Okay, treasure coffer up ahead. Please grab your treasure coffers. There's nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here.
Alright.
But
We've dead. Shark's dead.
traps ahead. Traps ahead. Don't run off too quickly. There will be 3 traps in the corridor up ahead. Remember, grab your treasure coffer. Thanks for the res. And there'll be 3 traps in front, and everyone is turning to the right. Now the front path is for the 1v1. Okay, so one of our members, Red Bean, is our designated 1v1 today. So Red Bean, if you need the buffs and everything, try to get it done within your party chat. Get your heat dancer. I think there's a machinist and red mage to buff you before you go off for your 1v1. Okay, and do the countdown within the party chat itself. Okay, for everyone else, there are more traps on the right. We'll be going to the right. There'll be a trash boss called Dahu. Okay, this is not an actual boss. It's just a ad or trash.
That's so rude.
I mean,
He's trying his best. I agree with you, but he's trying his best.
He's dead. Well, we're talking about Shark. Shark's dead.
Hey.
Oh, there's so many photos. Pog. Nice, guys.
Sad. I actually committed to killing the boss, so I just stopped doing mechanics. I thought it's gonna just die, and then you say wait, and it's like, oh shit. It's like I eat the mechanics.
Yeah, because the A healer got rezzed, so we could get an LB3 off.
Yeah, it's okay lah. Okay, anyway, what's gonna happen here is
Shark died so that A could live.
I know, right? Okay, now for Red Bean, if you want, you can just like mute us lah, just deafen us, focus on your 1v1. Good luck with it. I think Red Bean is streaming on the Discord, but just for everyone else, we are just gonna press ahead lah. Okay, we're not gonna wait for Red Bean to finish. Once Red Bean has started, we technically can start our own fight. Zuri is going to be the main tank again. So again, Zuri tank stance on, everyone else stance off. Now for this fight, the Dahu fight, the only mechanic to pay attention to is the limit cut or the numbered markers. If you see a number above your head, you must quickly run to the way marks. So if you are number 1, you go to 1 way mark. You are 2, go to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, and Dahu will spit a fireball on you. You need to tag the ad at the way mark to kill it with the fireball. The first time he does it is not really very important because there will be safe spots as long as some of the ads are killed. But the second time he does it, there will be 4 safe spots, north, south, east, and west, and 2 tanks will be marked with a flare marker. Okay, the flare marker is basically the go away from me, I'm going to explode marker. The further you are from them, the less damage you take. These 2 tanks will go to east and west respectively, and everyone else will be going to north and south. So what Zuri says, flares to 2 and 4, that is correct. Okay, flares to 2 and 4, east and west. Everyone else will be knocked back to 1 and 3. Now, if we miss any of these spots, if 2 is missed, for example, then both tanks will be knocked to 4, and you will pop your tank inbound at 4 because there's 2 of you there, right? So you're gonna kill each other. Use your tank inbound to survive.
1v1 started.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
For everyone else, if north or south is not safe, then we all will have to be knocked to either 1 or 3. Okay, but hopefully all of us do the mechanic properly. There'll be 4 safe spots. Try your best to adjust. Other than that, I think there's just a lot of AoEs that are telegraphed. There's a left-right cleave. You need to cross over real quick. He does the flare breath. You need to merry-go-round around it. There's an ad phase. Okay, I will call all of these out, so don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, it's very much just if you see a circle on the ground, don't be in it.
Pretty much. Okay, so Red Bean has started. So likewise, we will, okay, because Red Bean is in combat, we cannot do countdown. So I'm just going to do a manual countdown starting from 10. So everyone just ready up. I'll count down and then we'll just start on Dahu. Okay, so counting down. 10, 9, re-razor check. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's start. Dahu will open up with AoE puddles, just avoid the puddles. There are 3 waves of these. Just keep moving and avoid getting hit. He will charge forwards. Do not follow him. He will charge forwards. Go to the opposite side. He will charge back. Okay, get out of his way. And he does a massive fire breath. Zuri, after this you can pull him to the middle and face north. Thank you. Very nice. Numbers are coming up soon. Get ready. Okay, speed flame numbers go, numbers go. Go to your waymarks. If you are 1, go to 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 good, 2 missed, 3 done, 4 done. Okay, very good. Okay, right, left cleave. Get ready to cross over. Cross over. There will be a knockback from the center. Find a safe spot to be knocked back into. Professionals don't get knocked back at all.
Cringe.
Okay, now merry-go-round. Just avoid the flare breath that's turning around. You just stay behind him at all times. And there'll be ads after this. Now, Zuri is gonna take a lot of aggro from the ads, so all healers try to focus on Zuri and keep Zuri alive. Okay, he's gonna take all the ads as well. Okay, sometimes another tank will provoke the main boss. So Zuri, if someone books the boss, it's fine. Understand that they are helping to take the boss off you. Okay, all of us just help to AoE down the ads and it should be fine. Nice. Bean cleared. Congrats, Bean.
Red Bean died at 0.5% health and then the re-raise are proc.
Yeah, I noticed. Okay, more puddles, more puddles. Right, left, right click, crossover. Spicy. Now numbers again, numbers go. Try to hit these ones. Okay, 1 is good, 2 is good, 3 and 4. Okay, now 2 tanks, east and west. Everyone north and south. Nice. Okay, and we should just kill it as well. Very good. Nice job, Bean. Okay, healers help stay behind, res the dead players. There's a single treasure coffer here at the front, don't forget it, although to be very honest, it doesn't give fantastic loot. It is just loss. So it's your loss if you don't take it. You're watching Bean stream when fighting Dahu.
I had it on the left-hand screen, and I was just like, right at the moment where she got knocked back into the death wall, I tried to gap close the knockback, and I ended up gap closing past the boss and getting knocked into a cat. I was like, oh, this is not working out well. I probably shouldn't do 2 things at once here.
I still miss time.
Bean, watch out for the trap on the other side. Watch out for the trap on the other side. You don't want to step on the trap at the very end. It's happened before. But yeah, there should be
2 things you do. You trap yourself before the boss, or you trap yourself at the end.
I've seen people stepping on the very first trap that happens before the boss fight itself. So just want to watch out for those. Yeah, so for everyone else, just to let you guys know, so the 1v1 clearer is now Red Bean, and what happens is that they get a massive stat boost. I think it does like 300% DPS increase or something. So they become our top DPS for this raid. Usually what happens is that if so just to let you guys know, Red Bean is our #1 DPS currently because they have the 1v1 buff. Our Flare Star player in Team F is technically our #2 best DPS. These 2 players are we try to keep them up as much as we can in the fight because they are actually pumping out a lot of DPS. Okay, usually if they are downed, they will also either mark themselves with a sign so that healers can prioritize picking them up for more deeps. I know, right? Healers tend to have this sad life where they just see their arise go to waste as they keep spamming it, and people keep missing. I know. Okay, now without further ado, this is boss number 2. Let me see if I have waymarks for these. Where are my waymarks? Oh my god, I hope I have them. Is this?
Oh, no very waymarks.
No very waymarks, Oh yeah, okay lah.
Sad.
Does any of you have it? I can't have too many. Anyway,
Oh, hang on.
Tomato,
Why
help
do we
me
have-
sort it out, and I will begin
I don't have
explanations
waymarks, what
on
do you
this boss fight. Okay, boss 2, soldiers,
Hold on.
or what we
Sorry,
call the
no,
Queen's
I'm
Guard.
just doing patty stuff.
I'm gonna start explanations on this fight. Again, same thing. I hope you guys have reviewed the guides. I'm not gonna do a full in-depth walkthrough, but I will mention some important things to look out for. Now, what happens for this fight is that we will be splitting. Okay, the bosses will come at us in pairs. So at the start, all 4 bosses will be there. We just AoE all of them at about 80% health. They will jump off, and the real fight begins. Now, the first pair of bosses will be the Knight and the Warrior. And what happens is that we actually need 2 tanks to main tank both of them at the same time. So for this fight in the roster, you will notice that we actually have assigned 2 tanks at the bottom. Zuri and Iron Wang is the 2 main tanks for this fight itself. Zuri will be the west, is that correct? Yes, west main tank, and Iron, you are the east main tank. So can these 2 tanks mark themselves with a sign? Okay, Zuri is already marked with the triangle, so Iron, can you mark yourself with, you know, the circle or the square or something else? Now for the 2 main tanks, your job is to keep the bosses apart. You cannot let them be close to each other, because if they are close, they will tether and both of them get damaged up. If they are tethered and they do a red white, we are gonna die. Okay, a lot of us will die from the red white if they have a damage up and the red white goes out. So just be careful about making sure that they stay apart throughout this whole fight. Now the other thing to note for this fight is that the 2 bosses' HP must be depleted at about the same time. If one of them is killed, the other one starts to enrage. Hence, we need to burn them down at approximately the same time, so that, you know, one of them doesn't have too much more HP than the other one. Usually in the fight, you will hear myself or any of the other staff saying more DPS on Warrior or more DPS on Knight. It just means that that boss has a slightly more than 5% differential. We will try to focus a bit more DPS on that boss itself. Okay, and this these properties apply to the second pair of bosses as well later on. Now there's a couple of actual how do I say this, actual mechanics that need to be resolved in this fight. So where is my dispellers? Okay, 2 dispellers. I think the main tank on the east side, so no, actually it's Typhon. No, correct, sorry. Iron, Iron, do you have dispel? If not, H, do you have dispel? Can you acknowledge that you have dispel? Okay.
F also has no steel sting.
Okay, I will.
We have 2 parties with no steel sting.
I will get to that in a short while. Okay, so dispellers. Does Iron have dispel? Is Iron here? Iron, are you here? Okay, thank you. So if Iron, if you can, you try to dispel. I will call out. I'll say something like boost, dispel. Okay, you will see the warrior casting a boost. There's a buff. Just dispel it. Okay, it's a damage up buff, so if you don't dispel, the red white hurts. If Iron is dead, then H, you quickly crack dispel and dispel. Okay, but if it does go off, then we try to mitigate as much as we can. Okay, if both of you are dead or you all fail to dispel, then everyone will just take a heavy hitting red white. Next, okay, warrior is on the east, soldier is to the knight to the west, and then the second set. Okay, sorry, let me rephrase that. Warrior to the east, knight in the middle. The second set is gunner to the middle, soldier to the west. That's how we will, I will call it out later as well. Okay, and we will try to position them accordingly. Now for the first pair of bosses, there's this mechanic for Spellforge and Steel Sting. Now this mechanic is a bit complex, but essentially what happens is that every party has 1 healer with Spellforge and 1 healer with Steel Sting. Now what these do is that they will change all your damage into either physical damage or magical damage. Now the bosses will cast a buff on both of them. Okay, this is for the first pair only. The bosses will cast a buff on both of them, which will make them immune to physical or immune to magical damage. Okay, although I say immune, they will take like very, very little damage. It's like 99% mitigation from one damage type. So what happens is that I will say something like this. Okay, remove Spellforge, apply Steel Sting, or remove purple, apply yellow. Now what I'm trying to say is that the boss have become immune to magical damage. Please apply Steel Sting. To handle this mechanic, what we do is that we will... Thanks, Des. Yeah, those markers work perfect. Okay, so what we will do is that we actually pre-cast Spellforge and Steel Sting on all the party members. One of the healers will have Spellforge, one of the healers will have Steel Sting, and you need to cast the opposite damage type to all members in your party. So as an example, let's say I'm a warrior, my default damage type is physical. The healer with Spellforge will cast Spellforge on me before the fight starts, so that I am doing magical damage. Now during the fight, once the buff goes on, and the shot caller, myself, says, remove yellow, remove Steel Sting, apply purple, apply Spellforge. Now I already have Spellforge on me because so the bosses have become immune to physical damage. I'm a warrior, but I already have Spellforge on me, so I just continue to DPS. I don't have to do anything. Okay, now AFK warning, just in case you have been AFK and just listening to me ramble, please make sure to move your character a little bit. 10 minutes of AFK will auto kick you out of the instance. Okay, now resuming explanations. Now if the bosses become immune to physical damage, I'm a warrior, I have Spellforge, I am doing magical damage, I just continue to DPS. No added action is necessary. However, if the bosses become immune to magical damage, the shot caller, myself, I will say remove purple, remove Spellforge, apply yellow, apply Steel Sting. All I need to do as a warrior is I will simply right click off the buff. Okay, right click off the purple buff so that I revert back to my default physical damage, and then I continue to DPS. So if I said remove purple and I have a purple buff on me, I will remove the purple buff by right clicking it off. For mouse and keyboard players, just be very careful not to right click off your pure essence. It's possible to click off the essence. Now, to assist with mishaps in right clicking off the buff, and or for PlayStation or controller players, we actually have a macro. You can put the macro in, assign it to a button, and you press the macro if you need to remove the buff. Okay, do note that the buffs are mutually exclusive. You can either have Spellforge or Steel Sting. You cannot have both. So if I say remove purple, you press the macro will remove purple and yellow. Okay, you remove both lah. If you have yellow, you remove yellow. If you have purple, you remove purple. But you only need to remove the one that you need to remove. So the macro, just press the macro, it will just remove whatever you need to remove. If you don't need to remove it, you don't press the macro, just continue to DPS. This is Spellforge and Steel Sting. Okay, now because every party needs Spellforge and Steel Sting, okay, and Tomato was saying that some of you guys don't have Spellforge or Steel Sting. Okay, how many don't have Spellforge? Quite a lot.
We don't have Steel Sting. We just have 2 Spellforges, actually.
Okay, so we don't have Steel Sting. It's Steel Sting that we're missing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, for all the healers in your parties now, can you all help me to just cast Spellforge and Steel Sting on your party members that need it? Okay, party members, please ensure that your healers know what buff they are casting on you. If you are a physical class, you must get the purple buff. If you are a magical class, you must get the yellow buff. So, if let's say I'm a summoner, I must get the yellow Steel Sting buff. If I'm a ninja, if I'm a warrior, I must get the purple buff. If I'm a monk, I must get the purple buff. This ensures that all the healers know which buff they are casting on which player. Okay, you cannot just cast it on everyone because it will override the correct buff. So please know who you need to cast it on. Now, there are 6 classes that need both. Okay, unfortunately, there are 6 classes that have both physical and magical damage. These classes will need the healer to cast the correct buff on them when the time comes. Okay, they need to remove the wrong buff, and or the healer with the correct buff needs to override the wrong buff for them. Now these 6 classes are Paladin, Dark Knight, Red Mage, Bard, Reaper, and what's the last one?
I don't remember.
Can never remember.
There's a nice chart in the general
Okay,
chat
thanks
that will tell
Zuri.
you.
Ninja, yeah, that's right, Ninja.
Kana.
Okay, so Dark Knight, Ninja, Red Mage, Paladin, Reaper, and Bard. Okay, these 6 classes have both physical and magical
Give
types
me a moment.
of damage somewhere in their toolkit. So unfortunately, they need to have the correct buff applied to them when the time comes. So healers try to pay attention to who needs the buffs and give them the correct buff as well.
Testing macro
Okay, yeah, I'll try not
because
to
I realize we need this button.
understand. Okay, I'll try not to. I try not to go too. I try not to exposition too long now. Okay, I try not to keep rambling. Okay, so this is for the Spellforge Steel thing. Okay, Tomato, just help me to sort out who needs what
Hello.
and do it in chat so I can continue the explanations
Oh my God.
and try to progress this further.
Um.
Okay, now next. Okay, so other than the Spellforge Steel thing, Dispel, the first pair of bosses will have bombs as well. Now the bombs, I hope you watch the guides. There will be 2 types, knockback and take the bombs on the outer edge. I will call out, if you have tether, go to big, or if you have tether, go to small. Just look at the tether on yourself. Okay, for the bombs mechanic, the short collar will tell you whether you need to go to a big bomb or a small bomb. You just need to pay attention to your own tether. I will do the deduction for you and tell you which bomb you need to go to. Yeah, I know, right? AFK warning was meant to get you all to move a little bit because the exposition goes on for quite a while.
How do you organize
So
steel
sorry
thing?
about that.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got AFK
I got
there.
I understand. So just be mindful about that, lah. Okay, but we'll try to do a pull quickly after this and then try to rezone and go for one more.
One last one.
Yeah, one
Well,
last
a
one
bunch of
after
people
this.
running around and I don't know how to organize steel sting.
Okay, steel sting, those who need steel sting, right, can you go to the back of the group? Healers help to mark these, or Tomato help to put number markers on these players at the back who need steel sting. Later during the fight, if I say remove purple, apply yellow, those healers with steel sting help to put the steel sting on these numbered marked players. Use the number markers because there's up to 8.
Do I also mark the hybrids?
No need lah, hybrid no need lah. Never mind lah. Hybrid, you all just try to adjust. Use the correct damage type. You can still do damage. Like as a paladin, right, if I don't have Spellforge, right, if I don't have Spellforge, I just don't do my normal. Yeah, I don't do my normal 1, 2, 3 rotation. I just use my Holy Spirit and just do magical damage instead. So I adjust lah, I try to adjust. Okay, but first time for now, fresh look is fine. Subsequently, in future runs, we hope everyone has both Spellforge and Steel Sting lah, so that this doesn't have. As you can tell, if we are missing certain actions, a lot of adjusting needs to be done, and it eats up a lot of time. So I try to avoid this whenever possible. Okay, now, next thing here, if we go past the first pair of bosses, second pair of bosses appear. Soldier to the west, gunner in the middle. Okay, the second pair of bosses has this gap to gunner, gap to turret mechanic. I hope you guys know how to resolve it. I'm not going to explain it. Point gap to center, then point gap to turret. Now, at the very end of the second pair of bosses, we will have reflect ops position. I hope someone, Tomato or someone has the macro, but essentially, this macro that Tomato is posting now, this shows all the healers where you need to be to reflect. There will be ops that appear in this pattern, and each party's healer will need to reflect both ops. So you need to put on reflect, cast reflect on yourself, step in the op, it pulses once, it reflects and kills itself off your reflect. You move to the second op, it pulses again, and then it kills the second op also dies off you. Okay, Tia, I'm going to just mute you for a bit. Your mic is transmitting. So I'm just going to, or could you just kindly mute yourself? Thank you. Okay, now for the reflect ops, just note your reflect positions. Okay, if you are not sure where it is, at the very bottom of the spreadsheet, there's this very nice image showing all the numbers and which teams are supposed to go to where. Okay, so kindly just look at the spreadsheet. Fruit, can you just unhide the hidden rows if possible, because it's cutting into the spiritual spheres assignment. If Fruit is still here.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you
hide?
mean.
Yeah,
yes.
cutting away
Yes. No.
all
I
the-
got it.
Yeah, can just unhide it so that they can see it.
Yep.
Oh,
Is that good?
Thank you.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so looking at the spreadsheet, you all should be able to see. So for example, Des is spot number 3 and 4. Asuna is spot number 2 and 5. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, you are assigned these ops. You need to step into it, reflect it, try to do both of them. Now, the other healer in your party, if your reflect healer is dead, ideally you have reflect as well, and you emergency crack the reflect open and cover for them. Okay, but we can afford a couple of exploding ops if we get there. Okay, we get there and a few ops explode, we can afford it. Generally, it's fine. But we try to learn and cover the exploding ops. As we progress through this, we should see less and less of it. Okay, so that's for the end of the fight. Once we clear both pairs of bosses, go through all the mechanics, do the reflect ops. Now there will be 4 tanks assigned spike checks as well. Okay, these 4 tanks, I'll quickly run through them. Now Zuri and Iron are the main tanks, so they'll be using their tank inbounds in the second pair of bosses. Ruby Rage is the first Aura Sphere North tank. H Vermilion, you are the first Aura Sphere South tank. I myself and Tatamo, we are the second Aura Sphere North and South tanks respectively. Now, for the Aura Spheres, what happens is that these named tanks will turn on their stuns, go to the spike, the Aura Sphere at the north or south, provoke it, hold enmity. When it dies, it will fire off this spike check, which is there will be a marker above your heads, and it will shoot a 99999 damage attack onto you. The tank need to press inbound to survive it. If you don't do it, someone else will take it and someone else will die. Hence, the tanks assigned to these spike checks. They need tank inbound to survive it. There will be 4 tanks to take each of these respectively. Okay, the main tanks cannot. The main tanks will be using their tank inbounds during the fight itself, during the turret phase. Okay, so that's it for the final phase. Okay, the very end of the 2 pair of bosses, there's this sort of soft enraged phase where there'll be a lot of mechanics reflecting. We need to burn down the bosses, take the spike checks, and then we need to burn down all the 4 bosses at the end before they enrage. So that is the very end part of the fight. Okay, and that's it. Okay, I'm going to just cut the explanations here. Korea said I had 10 minutes, so that's 10 minutes. 10 minutes up. At this point of time, we will do ready checks and just give it a try. Okay, we'll just give it a try.
FYI, for Aura Spheres, FYI, there are 2 Dark Knights that are doing Living Dead. You need to heal them.
Please remember
because
heal.
there have been times where the Dark Knights provoke, they do the mechanic, and then they die because everyone runs off and leaves them.
Yeah, healers remember heal your Dark Knight.
So it's
when they
really
drop to
sad.
no health.
Please heal your Dark Knight. Otherwise, they won't provoke next time and they'll just let someone else take it. Smile.
Your Cure
That was
4s can
good.
also cover for that.
Yeah, just
Yes,
help to
Cure
heal.
4s can spam to heal to full. Basically, as long as you heal them. Just... I love it when Living Dead activates. Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll just try our best. We'll try our best for this fight. Just do ready checks. If there's still any questions you want to, like, you're not sure about, now's a good time to ask. We can clarify. But if not, then we'll just try our best. I mean, fingers crossed we can see the whole fight through. But there are chances that we are just like wiped on the first pair of bosses or the second pair of bosses. Okay, each pair of bosses have an enrage, so we need to clear the enrage checks as we progress through the fight itself. Okay, Zuri is our main tank, and I think Iron is our main tank as well. Iron is the one on the east, Zuri is the one on the west. Okay, waiting on E, C okay, A okay, D okay, B okay. So waiting on.
Good luck, Red Bean.
FYI, all the spell forges and steel stings have fallen off.
Yeah.
We need to do them again.
Yeah, recast now. So
F okay.
basically, right, what happens is that during the countdown, which is 30 seconds later on, all the healers will recast Spellforge and Steel Sting to give it a full 4 minutes, because we will need it to last for the first time the mechanic happens. Okay, so F is okay. Waiting on E. I think Team E, one player is AFK or something. Velista's party lah. Okay, but for everyone else, all the tanks stances off except for Iron and Zuri. Food check. Okay, use food definitely has dropped off already, so use another food. Make sure you have your re-raiser on. If you have, just use it.
Yeah, please remember to buff the Flesta.
Yeah. Okay, now we will talk about like.
We don't have a steel thing in our party.
It's okay,
So someone else has to do it.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully the next. I mean, first time is fine. Don't worry about it. Subsequently, later on, after this, we can try one more pull without any explanations, and we'll try to go as far as we can, and then hopefully you have everything you need. Okay. Is E ready? Is Team E ready? We are waiting on 1. All right. Okay, what happened to them? I'm just curious, by the way. Is it DC or cooking rice? What the shit? Is it Korewa? Is it Korewa?
Korewa is not in the party. What do you mean?
Ah, damn. Who is it? Let me see.
I'll go stare at the roster and find out who it is.
I know, right?
Ballista's cooking rice. Shake my head. I bet it's Ballista. I find Korewa.
Yeah, I know, right?
Korewa so OP. He's griefing us all the way from over there.
Helios, will they be back soon? Because I know the explanation took a while, but now that we are done, we should be ready to start now. Because after this, we're gonna try one more pull with about 48 minutes left now, which is just enough time to squeeze one more run in. But we can't afford to drag too much time. Okay, once again, while we're waiting, any questions, please clarify. If not, then I hope you all understand what we're doing, and we'll try our best to go as far as we can. Easy soldier. Turret. The soldier will be on the west. Soldier is on the west. The left side. And yes, you just be chilling there, correct? I think, okay, for the second pair of bosses, this is for Zuri. Do note that when we see the first mechanic, the fireball frogs, you need to hang back a little bit before going to the safe spot, because the boss tends to follow you if you run off too early for the second pair of soldiers. Okay, the soldier and the gunner. The fireball frog mechanic, if the safe spot is not where you are already at, and you need to run off to it, the boss tends to follow you. So wait a little bit and ensure that the boss doesn't move before you start running off.
Is there a cast I should wait for, or just wait?
You can do the spin. You can do the spin trick. Do you know what the spin trick is? The spin trick is you just spin the boss around, and then when you stop spinning, right, you know it's okay to run. Just so everyone knows, DPS, there are no positionals in DRS. By the way, there are no positionals in DRS, so you don't have to care about positionals.
Oh, that's like so much easier. Holy crap!
Yeah. You can just hit them from anywhere.
Countdown. Not now, but like soon, because we can't wait for forever.
I'm leaning towards just getting
Otherwise,
started.
we'll end up listening to Shark forever.
Okay. So one last ready check, and then we'll just get started. Okay, just one last ready check. Okay. Sorry for the AFK person, but we can't afford to wait too long. So I do apologize. Are they like?
We also have all the instance time. It doesn't matter, but it's fine.
Okay, nice. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Countdown in. Yeah.
So B, A, C, D, F, and Velista's party, I assume E is ready as well. Okay, nice. Okay, thanks. Stances on, everyone else stance off. Food check. Countdown 30 seconds. Okay, count down 30 seconds. Any of the two tanks can do it. And healers during these 30 seconds, or right now, refresh, Spellforge, and Steel Sting. Okay, go ahead. Counting down. Okay, everyone else can move forwards to the front. These bosses don't face aggro, but don't auto-attack them. Don't attack early. Okay, just come closer. They don't face aggro, but don't attack them. Okay, if you wish to, you can pre-shield on 5. They will start off with multiple red whites. Okay, and we'll just pull them tightly together at the start and AoE all of them down to at the start. Okay, so Iron and Zuri just try to pull them to the center tightly. And let's go. There's one all the way out there. Let's pull it into the middle. Thank you. Nice. Just AoE all of them down. There'll be a couple of red whites going out here, so just shield a little bit. Don't worry, Bean, I gotcha. Some of them are phasing. Okay, now nice. Warrior to the east. Warrior to the east. Zuri, you're on the other side. Zuri on the other side. Zuri on the other side.
Got it.
Wrong boss, Zuri.
Wait.
Wrong boss, Zuri.
Zuri has both.
Yeah.
Can someone vote one of the? Someone vote one of them. I already voted one.
Thanks. I'll pull.
So I can't vote the other one.
Yep.
Inari.
I'll try to pull the knight away. Okay, Sword Omen. This will be bombs on the outer edge. Okay, bombs on the outer edge. If you have a tether, go to big. If you have a tether, go to a big bomb on the outer edge. No tether, small bomb. Bombs on the outside. Bombs on the outside. If you fall down first, rotate to a safe spot. Okay, the warrior tank try to just keep it there lah. The warrior tank just try keep it there. Just keep it there. Boost. Get ready to dispel. Dispel the boost on the warrior.
Can we get more on knight?
Thank you. Okay, just so you know, the warrior should be on the east side. The knight should be in the center. Zuri is actually on the knight, but we'll adjust it later.
More on knight.
Tether to green. No tether to purple. If you have a tether, go to a green circle. No tether, go to purple. Shield Omen. We're going to the center and staying. Okay, so we're going to the knight and stay into the knight. Stay close to the knight on the rear. Okay, this is why the knight needs to be in the center, by the way, but it's okay. Red wide. Tank busters.
More on warrior.
Okay, now this will be a knockback bombs. There'll be bombs. And you'll be knocked back from the middle. If you have tether, get knocked back to a small bomb. If you have no tether, get knocked back to a big bomb. There's a knockback from the center. You don't want to be knocked back towards A or 4. Okay, adjust. If you fall down first, rotate to a safe spot. Bosses are tethered, try to take them apart. ASAP.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take casting.
Red wide.
Raise one.
Tether to green, no tether to purple. This is, again, go to the knight. Stay close to the knight on the rear. Boost, dispel.
Raise.
Red wide.
Raise on red markers.
It's going to enrich sooner, so.
Oh. Iceland, you need to cure.
Enrage here.
That's enraged.
Enrage.
You try.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it was a bit messy because of the positions. But
Yeah, but like there was a lot of good adjusting.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take a really short one because we're running out of time, but I do hope we can go in for one last pull. So let's take about 3 minutes break, 3 to 4 minutes, and by X25 we'll really check and we'll go in for one last try.
While that's happening, I'm gonna try and help organize
What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna swap Typhon into to Team C because Typhon wants to do the 1v1. Yeah, or rather, yeah, Red Bean was a bit worn out by
Red
that.
Bean gave up.
Red Bean's emotions can't take it.
Does that mean I don't have a Typhon in Golem side? That's correct.
No, I'll still come golems. I'll just swap parties
Yeah.
with.
So Red Bean and Typhon
that
go.
means I had to set up PF again.
True.
Hold on. The slots are weird.
Eto, are you able to read? Are you still here? And can you join now that Tamara is setting up the?
Yeah, no, I literally
still be in
just
the
tabbed
party.
and
They
didn't
should-
press my keyboard. Hang on, if people are going to do that, I'm just going to instance into posture real quick and grab some essences. If we're taking 3 minutes anyway.
Yeah, you have a
sure.
a bit of
You have
time.
3 minutes, yep.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
And
I
the
need to-
party finder will just be up once you're back.
People keep leaving the party finder, and then we have like weird essence, like weird,
Yeah,
weird
weird
slots
class
going on.
requirements. Yep.
Yeah. It
Yeah, they can just rejoin on what they were on.
it should work like that, but you never know with people.
So for Typhon and Red Bean, does that mean you're just going to each other's side in terms of Golem and
Yes.
Slime?
Well, I mean, no, they'll just go to the same side, but they're doing different things now. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change.
You won't have.
classes.
It's
Dark
fine if you don't
Archmage.
have a healer, right? Because they're both DPS.
Yeah, it's fine as long as I don't have to tank things. But even then, just get people out of the
If I
party.
die, it's still an issue.
And I've also
Y'all
got
are
to bring
good players,
Percept.
that's fine.
I've also got to bring Percept for Jewel anyway, so I can Percept that side as normal.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very much. Tatsu has posted in the I forgot what the command was. That's why I didn't post it before.
What's Typhon in D? Typhon's
Yeah.
D, right?
Yep.
Use both of them. So do status off. Oh, that's the wrong one. The other one should be Lost Steel Sting. Sorry, I didn't paste the right one. So use both of these. Put them on the same macro. This is especially useful on controllers. Then you just hit it, like Shark said, it will cleanse both of them, but since you're only carrying one at any time, it doesn't matter. You will always guarantee yourself to clear a buff. Lucci, where are you? I have spare compassions. Where are my compassions? Oops. I'm gonna assume they're on Sephiroth.
They are, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming over then. I just used shout chat instead and yelled to Lipsa. 10 out of 10. I'm such a gamer.
It's fine. There's no one in Bismarck.
No,
Limsa
actually, there's a
anyway.
lot of people in Bismarck for some reason.
Nah.
I don't know why. I just left in shame.
That's a lie. There's no one in Bismarck.
I left before they could see me. Don't worry about it.
Do not perceive the chicken.
Immediately run away where they are. They're there.
No
Hello,
perceived chimkin.
Good luck on your RNG. I actually need to... I actually need to visit Gangos and also do RNG.
Because if you you guys want to do some farming runs, can organize
Yeah,
to
you can
go and farm.
organize that on the side. Don't do it now.
Not obviously not right now.
Yeah.
after today's session.
I'll be mad.
Zuri's asking for
Let
clarification.
me just check that, Zuri. One sec.
No, I got it. I got
Zuri,
it.
you
I got it.
okay? Thank you.
So just to confirm, Zuri, you are the west. Okay, don't worry. Left, right, savage is a problem. I know some people who can't tell the difference from their left and right. So you're actually on the west side. The left side, you are on the knight. Okay, the first pair, the knight is in the middle. The warrior is on the east, and you're on the left side. So you're taking the knight in the center. The second pair, the gunner is in the middle, but the soldier is on the west. So you're taking the soldier onto the left. If you are still unsure, you can confirm in the spreadsheet at the bottom. They'll tell you that you are the... Okay, because it doesn't say that it's knight or soldier. Okay, I understand now. But yes, you are taking knight, and then you are taking soldier for the second pair. Wow, Jojo trying to sell some side business. Okay, anyway, it's already past 25, so I'm going to do ready check.
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, parties aren't full at the moment, so
Yes,
who
people have
is
gone into
not back?
That's right.
Is anyone shown on case? I think.
Yes, correct. That is correct, Zuri. Knight in center and then soldier on the west.
Sooner? Actually, you're right there. Hold on a sec. I can fix that because I'm still here.
Okay, all the parties are full
Oh,
again.
cares or no compassion? Okay, hold on. I can fix this. Like actually.
So Tomato, once you are ready, then you press the ready check. Don't press it before.
Well, they can't do anything because I have to zone in.
I see. That's true. I mean, that's true. I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
Alright, we need to wait anyway because someone needs to open a bunch of compassions.
How many do you give them? Like 50 or something?
70?
Then
70.
They can open inside
It won't take too long.
Oh, but it's okay lah.
Oh, can they?
No, you can't.
I forgot.
No, you can't. There's no appraiser in
No,
there.
there's no appraiser inside.
What do you mean there's no appraiser inside, guys? There's an
appraiser in there?
appraiser in there. Later, y'all go in and see, right? You go see at the back, right? There's an appraiser
I
at
see.
the back.
I do not. I have not perceived that appraiser.
Absolute
fair enough.
skill issue.
No, you see, the thing is, I just do all the stuff I need to do before.
All I'm hearing is excuses.
The sun was in my eye. The controller was functioning. A dog ate my homework.
Yeah, I see. There's 4 people not ready. Okay, come on. Let's our check.
Sorry, that was me actually. It was
There's
actually
three other players beside you, so we'll try to really check and go in one more time.
The Jojo knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Talk once again. Apparently it was tasty because the dog ate it. It probably tasted like tears, knowing homework.
Sadness, despair. Despair autocomplete.
Anyone who has spare arises? Yeah, I guess I'm traveling again. I'm actually running low now because I gave like 100 away to you.
Or arises, Yeah, I think we try to deal with this next time, Tomato. I think next time
We're running out of
time.
You
I don't want
have
to
to
make people wait just to like get more arise and all this stuff. Just if we don't have arise, then we just don't have arise. It's fine. Let's try to get the proc done
Yeah,
within
actually
the
we
30
have half an
minutes.
hour,
Yep.
so we can just.
So we need to get
you know,
started,
When we wipe, it's fine.
we can settle all this after.
There's enough time.
Yeah, we can do after.
There's enough time to get up to boss 2 and like make another attempt. But
You know what? I left Gangos.
you need to go
Let's
back.
come back.
No worries.
Yeah. Poor healers. I know the pain well.
Well, it's alright. Don't worry about it.
Only you could take stuff from my from my account that's like not able to be logged into at the moment.
You log in. What happened?
Imagine being subbed to the game.
I know, right?
I'm unsubbed.
I see.
Just-
I see.
This is how he stops us chasing him, is he just doesn't sub.
I see. Can't even make him do things because he's not subbed. That seems like a good plan.
Tatsu is talking about the left right savage.
Obviously, obviously. Clearly, you know. Yeah, clearly. Okay, usual checks as normal. Make sure you have...
Yeah, don't jump off straight away.
Don't jump off straight away. Restock your holster. Make sure you have your essence with you. If you
perceive the appraiser that's standing right there.
I know, right? He's literally right there. Dude is just like... It's right there.
I'm so mad. I forget it every time.
Okay, if you wish to
I swear
pop
it didn't
your...
used to be there actually.
Yeah, no, they added it in later. You're right. They did put the appraiser in later, like afterwards.
When did they do that?
That's not an excuse for me. I started playing this game last year, so
Still ages
year
ago.
before.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
remember it, like,
not an
ever.
excuse for me.
There was always a thing of always do it outside, and I thought that was because it was, you know, someone's ignore marked the appraiser.
It's fine. Okay.
Do not perceive.
Anyway, we do not see him. He is not there.
Okay.
Do not worry about it.
Make sure you have re-razors and pure essences in your holster at least. Actually, in fact, to be fair, we've already cleared Slime's Golem twice, so I trust you guys will be able to do it. If you can, just pop them at your cache if you are able to.
If you wipe Slime's Golem, I don't think you have time to run again.
We won't have time to go again if we fail this run. Okay, so but do again take time to make sure you have everything. Don't hurry it, even though we are on a slight time crunch. Do not rush it. Because it actually takes more time to adjust. As you have seen earlier, no Spellforge Steel thing, we have to adjust a lot of things, and that eats up a lot of time as well. I could buy a bit of time by
make sure you
summoning, but you know.
Make sure you jump off on the correct side as well. But yeah, a bit too late for that. But.
Oh no, I'm on Golem's side and my party's on Slime's. Damn.
Right then. I'll organize you out of the next run if you do that.
I'm not available next run, so joke's on you.
He's
you're
alternate
right
runs. Typhon's alternate runs only.
I'll ask you to join next one and then get mad when you don't show up.
That's literally why I accepted to duel this
anyway.
one. I'm not available next week, so I figured I'll just take one crack at a duel, even though I have very little idea what's going on in
it. It's good practice anyway. Okay. Ready checks. Once we are all ensure that your whole party is at your side before doing ready checks. Although I think Typhon's on the opposite side, so it's correct. Yeah.
Red Bean has gone. No, I'm kidding. Red Bean is fine.
Okay. I guess you all know what you're doing. C, D, okay. F, okay. E, okay. B, okay. Waiting for A. Is it A? Yeah, waiting for A. A, okay. So all parties are ready. Food check. Perceptions check. Counting down. Countdown. 20 seconds. Okay, good luck. Okay, remember once again, perceptions go in first. Don't face percept a trap. Tanks, turn on your stances. Okay, and just do what we've been doing this entire time. Hey, someone mentioned photo for dinner. Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Shake my fucking head.
Perceptions. Middle trap found. Southeast trap found.
Careful the poison trap in blue room.
All slimes, all traps
All
found.
traps found.
Nice.
All Golem's traps found.
Home gang metal. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so get blue Golem to the platform. Watch out for the tank buster, SNR iron, and kill the blue. We get a fizz range to help out red room again once it goes red. Someone's popped the poison trap. Just careful healers of poisons. You can use antidote on them. Going to green. Okay, red Golem next. So once again, burst the damage down until about 30%. Invol onto the pad, then kill. Careful of trap. Okay, invul now and kill the red.
Northeast ready. Southeast ready. Southwest ready. Waiting on northwest. Northwest ready. All slime rooms ready. We'll be fusing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuse now. Okay, all slimes fuse. Pull the last slime in. Ensure fusion or rupture is being cast before running off.
Stun.
Death is perma-stun.
Don't stun it. Just one holy is fine.
Okay, slimes look good. Everyone run. Nice.
Nice.
For deaths. Okay, actually you can just look in your party list. If there's someone dead, type up 1 dead, and then the healers will know to stay behind. But if no one's saying anything, I'm assuming all party members are alive.
Inside doesn't show.
I mean, Walking Dead. I see. Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead. What do you mean?
We're gonna just deflect from that and remind people to get their personal spoils.
And that statement is exactly why I'm taking over Jewel for this run.
Exactly.
But I mean,
if you
actually cleared anyway, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, they did very well.
Yeah, I think it was the emotional damage.
Yeah, if you haven't popped your Pures, remember now's the time to do it. If you don't have a re-raiser on, please put one on right now.
Someone needs to give me those later, by the way. I need to actually steal them from someone. I don't know. It's fine.
You're talking on the waymarks or what?
Yeah, I don't have them. Do you know why? I think Neath always did it.
I see. We might need to grab it from somewhere.
So I've never actually used the Waymax or the macros like you were summoning for boss 2, and I went over and stole the reflect macro.
I see. Who's the circle?
So there's
PG. No,
Circle
one more.
marker
no
doesn't
worries.
have an
But
essence.
if you don't mind, I'm gonna change.
It happens.
I'm gonna change you to the do not target marker,
Yeah.
so it's easier to
Do not touch.
identify.
Yeah.
No worries.
Don't prioritize on res. If things work out, you might get picked up with the LB3 and then kill before. Yeah, and then kill before you get knocked down again. That'll be ideal case scenario.
Ready checks and we will just get started. A okay, B okay, C okay. F okay, E okay, D okay. Alright, so all parties are ready. Only Zuri main tank stance on. Everyone else, check your stances and turn it off. Food check. If you haven't got it, use food. And Zuri, go ahead, do a countdown and we will begin. You can pre-shield on 5. The first mechanic is a raid wide. Let's go.
That perception.
Raid wide. Mercy slashes next. Three, 3-3-1-1. 3-3-1-1. Crossover, orb and flower. Look away from the orb, move away from the flower. Red wide. Okay, Zui, just so you know, you can actually point the boss outwards because he will move itself to the center for the first set. Front, back, or inside the boss's hitbox. Front, back, or inside the boss's hitbox. And then shared tank buster on the main tank. Everyone away from the main tank. It's the triangle
Everyone
there.
away from the triangle.
And then everyone away except the main tank. This is stillness. There will be a knockback or hide with chains. Chains, break chains, and hide. Break chains and hide behind any barrier. Ravana dives next. Starting from A, alpha, going towards B. There will be a hide behind B. Hide behind B. Red wide.
Raise one.
Everyone stack on 3. Everyone stack on 3. Line stack, including the main tank. Okay, you can just stay here. There will be 3 line AoEs that comes out with telegraphs. Tiles is safe, tiles is safe, be on tiles. Next 2 iron splitters will come with Earthshaker tethers. Earthshakers, remember to point them away from the boss and away from the party. It will be sand. Sand is safe, sand is safe. Earthshakers get ready. Earthshakers go. Tiles is safe, tiles is safe. Second set of Earthshaker tethers. Okay, center the boss and point it north. Red wide. Form change to samurai form. Intercardinals out. Intercardinals out.
Raise chain one when possible. Healers, be sparing of your arises if you want to hold them for later. That is also fair.
Ravana dives with Mercy Slashes. Starting from Delta, going towards C. 3311 after the dives. 3311 after the dives. Starting on 3, 2 slashes to cross over. Cross. Orb and flower. Stack for chains, come close together for chains, and then break chains. Red wide.
Your 4, please. Raise chains, please.
Solo tank buster away from main tank.
If healers down.
Mercy slashes with iron splitters. 3311. 3311. Tiles is safe. Tiles is safe. Be on tiles. First slash, second slash crossover into sand. Sand is safe beyond sand. Third iron splitter is random. Tiles is safe beyond tiles. Orb and flower. Raid wide.
I think DPS has got aggro. Yep.
Oh, did the main tank die?
Front, back or center. Front, back or inside the boss's hitbox. Mercy slashes from the clone with knockback or hide will be taking the slashes from the clone. This is a knockback. We'll be knocking back towards B, knocking back towards Bravo. Left, left, right, right of the clone after the knockback. Left, left, right, right of the clone. Stay on this side. First slash, second slash crossover, stack for chains and break chains. After breaking chains, healer LB3 if you need it.
Raise healer. Both of them are dead.
Raid wide.
Can I get a thank you?
Knockback or hide with iron splitters. If it is hide, go closer to the edge first. This looks like it is hide, go closer to the edge. Sand is safe beyond sand and then hide. Nice. Last set of mechanics. Knockback or hide with mercy slashes from the clone. We'll be doing the mercy slashes first. Look for the clone. Stack for chains and break them. Okay, we just kill it, huh? Nice. Okay, treasure coffer up ahead and traps as well. Watch out for traps. Typhon will be our 1v1. Watch out for traps.
Yeah, can you raise them so they get loot? Yeah,
Watch out
thanks.
for traps. Watch out for traps. Slowly, slowly. That's way too fast,
Oh my
guys.
god,
You guys
stop
are
rushing!
Guys. You guys have clearly never percepted in BA before. We've had people run into traps as they are percepting them. You guys have to be careful. Or otherwise, you know, just scare shark. That works too.
I know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen so much already. Okay, good luck, Typhon. Here's a
Good luck, Typhon.
slap for good luck. You need it.
Toxic. I saw that. That's recorded on stream.
Workplace harassment.
That's alright. I definitely need it. I'll probably end up dying and leaving early, so that's beneficial.
Wow, he
Stay in as
intentionally
long as
steps
you're
on the trap at the start and say, "Oh, good luck, guys. I'm so sorry."
I'd do what Eden did the last CA run where I was in, where he just stepped on the trap before the duel and never actually dueled.
Someone else has done that. I forgot who.
Okay, so we're just gonna wait for Typhon. Okay, Typhon, if you want to deafen us, you can just deafen us because we'll be doing callouts over here. And good luck with the 1v1. Okay, we'll need to wait for Typhon to begin the 1v1 before we can start, because if we start early, he gets locked out.
I don't know. I think we should do that instead. That sounds fun. What happens if he gets locked out? He just has to stand there until we clear. Or
No,
what?
as
He
if
can't
he's
get back.
taken the teleporter, he can continue. If we start the fight here, the teleporter disables and he cannot.
He has to come to
Then
Dahu.
he has to come to Dahu. Correct. That is right.
We should just make him go to Dahu.
And waste the 1v1 chance to get him to die. Never.
Well, if we wanted that, we should make you do 1v1.
Maybe next time. I need to do shot calls. I never get the shot caller to do 1v1 because if the shot caller dies in the 1v1, you guys have no shot caller.
We need Neith. Neith can shot call, then you can.
I know, right? Okay, next time. Okay, anyway, he's started already, so we are gonna start as well. Tanks, check your stances, and I'm just gonna do a manual countdown. So counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's do it. Lots of AoE puddles at the start. Watch out for AoE puddles. Dahu will charge forwards. You want to go to the opposite side from where he is charging. He will come back. Watch out for his charge and stay close to Dahu for the fire breath. Pull to the middle and face north. Get ready for numbers. Get ready for numbers. Numbers, you need to go to the numbered waymarks. Numbers go. Numbers go. Okay, looks good. Left, right, cleave, crossover. There will be a knockback into safe spots. Look for a safe spot and get knocked back into it. If anyone gets hit by the ads, try to Asuna them. The bleed will kill them. Okay, maybe go around, just keep going in a circle. Or just take one and stop running. Ads will appear. Zuri will be taking all the ads, so keep Zuri alive.
Zuri, I'm invoking.
You can just AoE all the ads down.
Oh, that's fine.
It's fine, it's fine. You'll take some because it's early, but it's okay. You can survive.
I'll live. Warrior memes.
More numbers, get ready. Avoid the puddles. There may be a left-right cleave. Cleave, crossover, and numbers next. Okay, numbers go, numbers go. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Nice. Now tanks flare, mark tanks east and west, everyone else north and south. Okay, never mind. Pick up the dead players. Treasure coffer up ahead.
Lester. Oh, what?
Yeah, Typhon died
Yeah,
like
yeah,
10 seconds into the fight.
I didn't
That was a comedy of errors. I'm glad I didn't stream that. I wouldn't have distracted anyone.
It's fine. At least he tried. It's a good attempt.
On pull, I popped
Yeah.
excellence to try and do it quickly because I figured big DPS is best mitigation. And then when I've swapped out for dispel, I've swapped out my perception for dispel, which then distracted me from the fact, for the fact that I also had a knockback coming, which then just knocked me into a death wall. I didn't even get to use perception anyway.
It's fine.
Valuable lessons learned.
So comedy of errors leading to absolute embarrassment, but at least I didn't stream it, so that's fine.
At least you gave it a shot. It's what I can
thanks
say.
for trying.
Yeah,
It's fine. I'm progging Jewel while you guys are progging DRS.
I know, right?
It's part of the DRS.
It's part of the plan.
So win.
All right, we're gonna run over for a bit, so
Yes.
set up quickly and then make a good attempt at this.
Okay, can I have waymarks again? Thank you very much. And we will do ready checks soon. Thanks, Des. Yeah, I know I should really save this.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you should save them because I actually don't have any. I thought you would have to.
Thanks. I will save this to like somewhere. I need to readjust the positions of all this someday, but we'll see. Okay.
That day is not
yeah,
today.
Yeah, the day is just not today because we're running out of time. Okay.
Yes, okay.
I mean, Des does a lot. Des does do a lot for all of us here. So I really appreciate this. Okay. Other than that, I think. Okay. So just a Spellforge Steel Sting check. Does all the healers have Spellforge and Steel Sting? If there's anyone who doesn't have Spellforge and Steel Sting, okay, it's understandable. Just let us know so that we can try to adjust. We can try to adjust. Other than that, the main tanks will be Iron and Zuri once more. Thank you very much, Iron and Zuri. And we will do ready checks so that we can get started soon after. Okay, so if there's no issues, just do ready checks. But if there is an issue, please let us know so that we can try to quickly adjust for it. Okay, once everyone's ready, we'll just give this one more go. Again, we'll do our best. See if we can get past the first pair of bosses. Hopefully get past the second pair as well. Just so you know, if we do clear this boss fight, we will just YOLO rush the next one. But those who have to leave can leave after this boss fight itself.
Just be for experience and to see.
It's just to see.
Get through this one first.
We'll go through this.
Get through this one first.
Because okay, so
y'all didn't see much of it the last time, so.
Both parties. One party has 2 Spellforge. Which party is that?
Which one?
Tomato didn't equip haste gear, I see.
Yeah, I just changed to warrior outside and I forgot.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I was like, hold on.
I didn't even think about it. You're not in Chimkin, and
It's alright. Someone saw me.
A, C, D, E, B, and F.
Oh, I'm sorry. F is ready.
F is ready.
I always keep forgetting that I have to actually say something.
Okay, so someone Izare says that have both popping Spellforge. Which party needs Steel Sting? Or is there has it been resolved? Just let us know.
I think it's the opposite problem. Izare's party is Team F, and I only see Steel Sting on.
No, Izare hasn't done Spellforge yet. They've got Spellforge.
Oh, they have Spellforge.
Yes, they haven't cast it yet.
Fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
Because we haven't got a countdown.
Alright, okay, so if it's all good, all parties are ready. Any of the 2 tanks, count down 30 seconds, give the healers time to reapply Spellforge and Steel Sting, refresh them. The rest of us just move forward closer to the front, just don't early pull if you can, and we'll just try to burn them down at the start. Okay, healers help to reapply Spellforge and Steel Sting. And this time round, we'll try to get past the first pair at least. Now you can pre-shield on 5. The first few mechanics will be raid wides. And just try to pull them tightly together so we can AoE all of them at the same time. First raid wide. Second raid wide. And the bosses should be jumping off shortly after this. Warrior to the east. Okay, wait for the warrior to move first, Zuri, hang on. And then knight to the middle. Okay, now this is the purple tether, click off spell, no it's fine, this is fine. Purple tether, click off Spellforge, click off purple, okay, this is not okay, pull apart further. The green tether is the dangerous one.
And pull it a bit further out.
Pull apart if you can. Don't worry, there's a bit of time, just pull them apart. Okay, nice.
That's fine.
Okay, that's good.
Fine.
Okay, click off Spellforge, click off purple, reapply yellow. Now this will be Shield Omen. There'll be a knockback bomb. If you have tether, knockback to big. No tether, knockback to small. There's a knockback from the middle. You do not want to be knocked where the orb is going. Okay, if you fall down first, adjust. Okay, look for where the bombs have exploded and move to those spots.
Where's healers?
Dispel, get ready. Dispel, get ready. Boost on the warrior. Get ready to dispel. Okay, dispel the boost. Thank you. Raid wide incoming. Next, mechanic. Tethered to green, no tether to purple.
More on.
It's okay,
more on
still early,
right?
it's fine.
Okay.
Tether to green, no tether to purple. Okay, check for your tethers. If you have tether, go to green, no tether, go to purple. Now, this is Sword Omen. We'll be running into the middle and then away from the knight. Go to the middle first, to the front of the knight, away. Okay, and go back to your bosses. Boost, Dispel. Okay, Dispel on Warrior. Thank you. Tank Busters on main tanks. It's fine, it's fine. Warrior 5% higher is okay. This is remove Spellforge, reapply Steel Sting. So it's the same, remove purple, apply yellow. Bombs will be taking the outer edge bombs. Bombs on the outer edge. Okay, tether to big bombs, no tether to small bombs. You must be using the bombs on the outside. If you fall down first, remember to move. Okay, fall down, move to a safe spot where a bomb has already exploded. Very nice. Slightly more on the knight. Boost incoming, get ready to dispel. Thank you.
And we raise chain 1.
Raid wide. Tether to green, no tether to purple. So it's the same thing. If you have tether, go to a green circle, no tether to purple. This is Shield Omen. Will be moving into the center and staying close to the knight. Go to the knight in the middle, to his left side, the side without the Pharaoh Storm nail. Boost Dispel. Okay, but you can just kill it, just kill it. Nice. Next set. It's just a red white and it will disappear after this. Okay, now soldier to the west first. Soldier. So Zuri, pull it to the west. The other side, opposite side. Yep.
Pull to D.
Yep. And then the gunner to the middle.
Gunner's casting.
Now, first mechanic will be visually tracking the two small orbs of fire at A and 1. Okay, we don't have to go to them, just observe them. They will turn into frogs and they will start moving. Now, the safe side is at 1. Okay, the safe side is at 1. Zuri come over once the... Okay, good, just come over. Point the gap to the middle. And then point it
to
to the...
Gunner's off center.
Okay, point it to the turret now. Okay, point the gap to
Point
turret.
in your lane.
Nice.
Pull Gunner so he's standing on the cross, in the center of the cross. Pull it slightly in, Iron.
Tank Buster.
What's going on there?
It's okay, I think it's fine. It's fine, doesn't matter. Okay, red wide. Next mechanic is gun turrets. Now the main tanks will need to take enmity on the gun turrets and use tank inbound when sniper shot is coming out. So main tanks get ready to take gun turrets, everyone else burn the turrets down. These turrets will enrage after a short time. Main tanks get ready to tank inbound now. Okay, main tanks tank inbound now. Healers, heal your main tanks, especially if they are not paladins, heal them up. Burn the gun turrets down. Okay, nice. Go back to your ads and center the gunner. Thank you. Ice, keep moving. Ice, keep moving. That doesn't matter. One player dies is fine.
No, they need to be rest for the OSS.
Then someone else gets res. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, now next mechanic is clones. We'll be visually tracking the untethered clones for the safe spots. Safe clones are at 3 and 4. Okay, we'll be visually tracking them. They will jump around. They will still jump again. Safe spots are at 2 and 3. Be in 2 or 3. Point the gap to the gunner in the center. And then to a turret. Okay, go back to your bosses. Raid wide. Yeah, I guess this is a good time to use LB3 if you have it. Just to push DPS tank busters on the main tanks. The last mechanic will be automatic turrets. It's the same one from DRN. You just need to avoid the reflecting turrets. You burn the gunner down and burn the... Okay, just avoid these, just avoid the laser beams firing. Then we can just burn them both down afterwards. Okay, burn them down. Now ABC to north, DEF to south. Tanks get ready to take spike checks, healers get ready to reflect. Everyone else help to burn down the ads as well. It's a DPS check. Coat of Arms, stop attacking the bosses. There's a shield, you want to avoid hitting the parry side. Okay, yeah, some reflect ops, but that's fine. We help to burn the bosses. Coat of Arms, stop attacking until it is safe to attack. Second set of ops are coming up soon. My Aura Sphere tanks, get ready. Okay, and reflect healers once again. Thank you. Help to reflect. Okay, watch out for the parry side. Coat of Arms, stop attacking until it's safe. Okay, they're gonna enrich soon. And this is enrage. Close, somewhat close. One of them has quite a bit of health, but we let a lot of the reflect ops explode, so a lot of damage downs went out. But it's fine. For a first look, I think it's okay. Alright, so that's it for today's session. So sorry that it went over time by about 10 minutes. If there are any other questions with regards to things like mechanics, what to bring, holster issues, things like this, feel free to ask them in the Discord. We will try to clean up on some of our boss 2 mechanics. So if you all are unsure about how to handle things like the gap mechanic, as well as the reflect healers,
that tends to get people.
Yeah, the gap mechanic tends to kill people. Okay, as well as the bomb mechanics. If you are unsure, you can clarify in the Discord. Okay, as well as for the reflect healers, you need to just work out where you need to stand and what you need to do for reflect. Okay, if you are unsure or unclear about it, just let us know. Okay, other than that, hopefully this was a good experience. Okay, look forward for our next run next week, same time on Friday. Okay, and be a bit we be a bit better prepared. We should be able to clear boss 2 and we move beyond boss 2 for the next week's session. Okay, other than that, thank you very much for coming. Thanks organizers Tomato and Fruit for helping us to do the organization. Okay, I'll see you guys again next week at the same time. Take care now.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Thanks
Thank you.
for coming.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Very
Alright guys, so that's it for today's session. Not bad, we made it past boss 1, which is on par for our prop status. We did see Enrage in boss 2 near the very end. With practice and a bit more review, some cleaning up of the mechanics, we should be able to clear boss 2 in next week's session, and will likely hit the wall on boss 3, which is the Trinity Avowed, in the next week's session. I will try to give everyone a reminder to go study on boss 3, because boss 3 is going to be really tough if they don't know the mechanics, because I can't call it out for all of them. So we'll take a look at that next week. But for this week's session, I think the prop was actually pretty okay. Like, there were no major issues. We didn't get stuck at slimes and golems for an hour or something along those lines. The main tank Zuri was really good, despite being fresh, being able to handle main tanking for the majority of boss 1. Yes, as well as boss 2, he was okay once we sorted out that issue with the left-right savage. Being unsure which way is left and right is, I understand, it's understandable. It's an actual issue. I know some people who have this difficulty with determining which side is left, which side is right. So that is perfectly fine. Other than that, I think DPS is okay. We didn't have like too many issues. People were bringing the correct actions. Maybe some of them weren't very clear on the reflection, and we had some problems with the spike check, the aura sphere. I need to remind people to burn down the aura spheres as well, which I will get to later on. But other than that, I think it was pretty good proc session for today. So I think we should be able to see or clear past boss 2 in next Friday's session. So same time, 7 to 10 PM plus 11 GMT. Okay, for our Aussie friends in the plus 11 GMT time region. Okay, and 4 to 7 PM for the plus 8 GMT folk. Okay, so that's it from me for today. It's 7 PM for me, so I'm gonna head off for dinner now. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, feedback, or anything you want to say about the run, feel free to just leave comments in the section down below. Okay, if not, then thanks for watching, and I won't be shot calling, but I'll be backup shot caller for another DRS run tomorrow afternoon for Elemental, but I'm not shot calling for that one. I will try to stream it if I can. Okay, if I'm in the run, I generally will stream it, but I think Umi or there's another person, someone else who's doing the main shot caller for that run. Okay, but I'll be joining it as a black mage, just for fun. So yep, other than that, thanks for watching, and I will sign off here, go for dinner, and I'll see you guys around. Thanks very much. Have a good weekend.